Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
What broke him down? Was it just the body punching? When I was hitting him with body punching, I heard him actually, he was crying in there. You were saying that Biggs was crying when you hit him? When did that happen? And perhaps the fourth round on?
Boxingwins.com.
So that you knew you had him by that time?
Absolutely, but I knew he was tough and taking those punches.
Reality Productions.
Making women's gestures like,
Let's go, champ.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another Thursday edition preview and prediction Thursday. Canelo versus Rocky Fielding is our first hot button topic. And then we have the undercard. David Lemieux back in action in a very good fight versus Tureano Johnson. Tevin Farmer, as Eddie Hearn would put it, the most active champion in boxing today, is fighting once again versus a common opponent, which someone will give you the details to in just a bit. Francisco Fonseca will be his opponent. Sadam Ali making his return. He's had some setbacks with Jesse Vargas and Jaime Munguia. He's back in action versus Mauricio Herrera. They dusted him off. Then we got the young up-and-coming prospect, Virgil Ortiz. A lot has been mentioned about this guy. A lot of people talking. We'll see. Is he the goods the way they've been promoting? Katy Taylor, the prospect. Oh, no, that was Oscar that says she's a prospect. I mean, the champion, unified champion, will be defending her belts versus Eva Wahlstrom, something like that. Ryan Garcia's back. Everybody's happy about that, and I am excited because we get to see, has his skills, I don't want to see a huge change, but do we see a slight tick, a positive notation that being with Eddie Reynoso and Chepo, the trainers of Canelo, have done something for him, not to mention that Oscar Valdez, the young top-ranked champion, is also over there, so he could be getting some sparring. Valdez is smaller, but you never know. Speaking of smaller weight divisions, Lamont Roach Jr. in action versus Alberto Mercado, not Machado. And on ESPN2, we got a fight I can't wait to talk about with Gilberto Ramirez versus Jesse Hart. The rematch is going down. Get your pillows because Chicago's own Joshua Greer will be back in action versus Daniel Lozano. Jamal Herring, former PBC guy, now with Top Rank on the comeback, and he's going to be, taking his gloves out the locker and putting them back on. Mikaela also in action. Gabriel Flores Jr., the youngest, doing it, back in action as well. And we got a bunch of other topics to talk about. Joseph Parker makes his return versus Alexander Flores. And Junior Fa, a former sparring partner for Tyson Fury camp with Deontay Wilder, is also going to be facing someone this weekend. And we have, obviously, something this is a good day to be talking boxing. Today's show is going to be good. AJ was on First Take. Max Kellerman was put in the... Man, did he have his foot on his neck? Is he telling them America's truth? I don't know. It's up for interpretation. We'll definitely discuss it. But AJ on First Take, Stephen A. Smith, Max Kellerman, giving them a piece of their mind and talking Wilder, Fury, and that combination. And we got a bunch of other news and notes. Pacquiao sparring hard ahead before his Broner match, and Daniel Dubois withdrawals from the Nathan Gorman fight. Will give you the replacement. Badu Jack saying, even though he's seen what happened with Adonis Stevenson, he's not fearful. He's ready. He wants to fight with Godchek. Charlo saying he'll chase Canelo up to 168. Big Baby Miller in attendance Saturday for the Canelo fight. AJ in attendance. And there's said to be a secret press conference tomorrow to announce something. Could it be a big baby fight? We'll let you know. Stay subscribed to the YouTube channel right here at youtube.com/The Boxing Voice. And today we're live streaming from our backup channel due to copyright infringement. Fucking YouTube, second time this year, at youtube.com/Nestor Gibbs. Keith Thurman is our last hot button topic. And he insists that he is still number one at 147. You know he is. I know he is, and only the fucking haters is gonna hate because that's what they do. Y'all hate. Let's go out to some of these panelists because we have a full rotating panel today, and we'll jump out to Ron in the Bay Area.
BoxingWords.com.
I've been doing this. I ain't been up and fell off. I've been through the Lennox Lewis era, the Nassim Hamed era, the Sugar Shane Moses era, the Oscar De La Hoya era, Mark Anthony Barrera. I've been through all the eras, and I still been
How much you talk? You do too much talk. The thing is this.
People want their subjective preferences to be the objective reality.
HBO needs to fire you. You don't know shit about boxing. BoxingWords.com.
All right, I'm going to be the negative guy a little bit in the beginning. So it seems like the Canelo fight is going to happen this Saturday, but it just doesn't feel like Canelo fight week. I've been saying this all week. Where is the craziness, the overwhelming, surprising fan base excitement for the alleged number one or the biggest, most popular boxing star? So just to me right now, maybe the DAZN move is just a new move. They're trying out, getting some stuff going. Or maybe this was a mistake. We got Dana White talking about Oscar De La Hoya. We got Oscar De La Hoya talking about people. We got fights being made or fights maybe not being made. But we got a whole bunch of cards to go through in addition to PBC is now doing inside their boxing starting this Saturday. So that's pretty cool. They're going to have their whole panel. They got Sean Porter, Abner Mars, Mike Coppinger going to be doing the breaking news. So we're going to have a boxing show on Fox. That's pretty dope. But let me pass this on to one of my other panelists over here.
I speak it.
Oh, he's not here, Mr. Sleepyhead.
Jolly Biansi production.
This is a beautiful performance against a very tough guy in Michael Johnson. How do you feel about it?
Fuck that. Conor McGregor.
BoxingWords.com.
You know me, Larry. From a wicked entrance, from a flip over the rock into a knockout. Now, when the main thing is, I just hope the guy, I wish.
BoxingWords.com.
Yes. Hipsters here. Haters beware. And obviously, it is Canelo Alvarez fight week, even though, like Ron said, it doesn't really feel like a fight week. I think a level of that obviously is due to it being on a new app. It's a new deal. Everything's sort of new. However, I will say this before we get to anything. I have seen nothing but ads and commercials all over the place for DAZN, online, on linear TV, everywhere. I've seen nothing but commercials and ads featuring Canelo and DAZN heavily. So at least they're marketing it right. I will give them that. But also we have Gilberto Ramirez versus Jesse Hart, the rematch. Yes. I know a bunch of you are hating it, but goddamn, Jesse Hart's can get that fucking upset. I can feel it. Gonna get revenge in that rematch. Going to talk about that one on ESPN Plus tomorrow as well. Plus, like you have said, Ron, Anthony and Josh on First Take. Gonna be interesting to see what the panel thinks of that and the callers. Let's smash that like button and share the show. Let's go.
So your brother's bound and gagged, and they've chained him to a chair. Won't you please come to Chicago?
What's going on, you guys? I'm here in studio with Ness on the East Coast, bringing you that fucking coverage for Canelo versus Rocky Balboa. Oh, wait, Rocky Field, and that's right. But I'm here on the East Coast, landed this morning. Got some coffee, went straight to the press conference. A lot of talk about ESPN card tomorrow. Obviously, the first huge fight for DAZN, and a couple other hot topics, along with that surprise press conference for tomorrow.
Well, let's get right into it, man. Listen, I'll be honest. I'm shocked that Matt feels the way that he does about Gilberto Ramirez, so I'm even more excited to get into that topic, but we will go down the order. You can follow along with us with the thumbnail first. topic is Canelo. And ever since betting, I've looked at things differently these days. And it's actually made me a better podcaster, I think. I even went back and watched fights of fucking Rocky Fielding, just trying to see what could he do. Is there any way that these bookies could have it right 100%, or are they slightly wrong? Is there a bit of, I don't know, a bit of light coming in through the cracks? But I mean, dude, I've seen Rocky Fielding get dropped by just about everybody today, and it doesn't sit well with me. I'm definitely not gonna pick Fielding to win. And as a bettor, I was trying to pick him to last to the 12th round, but I mean, he's been dropped by people whose names I can't pronounce. And then he's been dropped by at least Callum Smith, who you guys know and obviously looks like he punches hard. He just did some damage and put paws on George Groves. But again, you look at this thumbnail and you're looking at Canelo looking up, and it's just like, he's so small. Can Fielding stay away from the big right hand that causes him so much issues throughout his fight? Because again, Canelo is smaller. He's nowhere near the height of a Callum Smith or that Christopher Rabizi dude. But I don't want to get too much into it. That's my pick, Canelo. What I will say is I'm not sure, and I want obviously everyone to help me here, if Canelo gets the knockout. He didn't knock out Julio Cesar Chavez, and absolutely, I think Julio Cesar Chavez is a better man. No disrespect to Rocky Fielding, but he's obviously done more. But I know that it could be argued that he hasn't, that his record is padded or given to him. I don't know. I mean, he got dropped versus Fonfora. Chavez didn't beat some guys he was supposed to beat. So is it a given that Canelo gets the stoppage? I don't know. Definitely picking him for the win, maybe in a parlay for the win. No straight money bet on Canelo unless somehow throughout this show you guys convince me he's not gonna get a knockout, and we'll all ride on that plus money decision.
That decision's not happening, Nestor. I do apologize. That plus money is not going to be there. Unlike the Lomachenko-Pedraza fight, Rocky Fielding has showed to not be durable. He has showed the exact opposite. Like you mentioned, he's been dropped in not only fights he's lost, and his alone loss to Callum Smith, that first round knockout loss due to a body shot. He's also been dropped in other fights he's won against opponents that aren't nearly as good. You mentioned obviously Julio Cesar Chavez, who I've heard a lot of fans and media reference in respect to this fight. And I think that's just a bad comparison. Julio Cesar Chavez showed us at every level that he was not a skilled boxer, but what he was extremely durable, was extremely strong-willed in terms of survival. That's why Canelo wasn't able to get him out of there. That's why Canelo really didn't even go for the finish in that fight. He went to dominate a boxing match because he knew he could outbox and dominate Chavez in that fight. With Rocky Fielding, he sees, blood in the water, in my opinion. He's going to go out there early. I think by the 6th round, he should get him out of there.
Well, also, let's keep in mind, right? So I was talking to Ness about Chavez, and going into that fight, he already knew that Golovkin was coming 3 months later. That fight was made previous to him stepping in the ring. So I feel like he did play it careful, not trying to get hurt, not trying to get cut. But on the flip side, it was against a drained Chavez. Chavez is very undisciplined and has had issues making weight. So that's not the issue with Rocky, and I guess we'll see that come tomorrow.
My whole take on this is, let's think about it. You got 11 fights. That's your deal, right? You're trying to build this platform. You're trying to advertise this is free, right? This is the free trial. They leave that word out, but they're advertising like, look, you can watch Canelo for free. Check it out. So what better way to start the free trial is get a massive knockout. Now, to me, I've seen Rocky Fielding to be someone who's not looked great early. And in most of his fights, he kind of like would kind of rally in later and later. Now, being the fact that he doesn't start early and Canelo is a tremendous fighter, I'm torn between where he's going to be knocked out. I think he's going to get knocked out, but is it going to be early, mid, or late? That's my tough decision on this. And I'm leaning towards maybe mid, late, but we'll have to see because this is a bigger weight class for Canelo. We'll have to see how his weight transfers, but a knockout's coming. A knockout's for sure coming.
Round 4 to 6, Ness. Round 4 to 6.
I'm not believing you guys. I'm still gonna do what I do. We're still gonna do betting shows. I'm still gonna listen to people. But after Pedraza, I knew he was going the fucking decision, and people convinced me otherwise.
But for the record, not me and Ron. For the record, not on the show, because me and Ron said decision every time we could.
No, you probably did on Thursday, but we do a more in-depth betting show the Saturday before the fight. I mean, during right before the fight. But whatever. Yeah, I can't even find Canelo in that whack fight, bro. But I'm with Ron, man. The politics, bro. It's an 11-fight deal. They're not about to, upset him right now. But let's see what they're throwing on that draw, though. 3,700 on the draw.
Yes. Don't waste $10. Don't waste the $10.
I won't waste 10, but 5 is a lot of money. 5 is a lot of money. And the sun shines on a dog ass one day. My man Fielding fights the fight of his life, and they don't give it to him, and it ends in draw. And I'm in the money.
Yes,
I'm in the money.
Ness, Rocky Fielding isn't a dog. He's like a house like mice. Like he's pure pest. Like Canelo's gonna just be bothered by his jab, maybe his height, maybe for a few rounds. But his body work is tremendous. His right hand to that body, what he did in Mercado, Triple G, etc. It is obvious he's gonna just brutalize him early and often.
Yeah, but Canelo's not a fast mover with his feet. He's the shorter man now. And being a shorter man, you heard Timothy Bradley the other day on the ESPN telecast. As the shorter man, you got to get on the inside. You got to get past those arms. And he's not a fast guy. He's a counterpuncher. He likes to be there and look a little cute, give you that rhythm and soul.
I think the Mercado fight showed his aggressiveness.
He could be outboxed.
No, his aggressiveness. Look at that. Like his right hand to the body in that fight set up the knockout blow. Go watch the fight again. Watch every round in that fight. He's throwing that right hand to the body to set up the right hand up top. That's what he does.
He was also losing every round until that.
He did not lose every round. That's what the fanboys say. And also look at the
he was losing. He was losing.
Stop it, Miracon fanboy.
So he lost every single round. He lost every single round.
Canelo was losing up to that knockout.
Did he lose every round? Because that's what Ness said. Did he lose every round?
No.
I can go rewatch.
Did who lose every round?
He's trying to argue the simple point of Canelo losing all rounds, or was he losing?
A couple of rounds in the beginning, like the first couple, you know what I mean?
That's like when people say Kelbrook was beating Triple G till the finish. No, he wasn't. Like, stop. On top of that,
all Khan didn't have to do was get hit, but the judges was also kind of there for Canelo. Come on, man.
Anyway, digressing, okay. Canelo being a fast, aggressive fighter. Look at the rematch with Triple G. The way he was cutting off the ring, the way he was attacking the body, the way he was slipping off the center line. He's going to do that to Rocky Fielding easily. He's going to slip off the jab, attack the body at will.
Facts.
Really quick, method of victory. Rocky Fielding, points or decision, Matt. I should get my sound bite for this one right here. What we need?
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Is this the betting show or is this the flag show?
It's all the show, man.
Yo, I'm becoming addicted, dude. I'm becoming addicted. It's fun to talk about the betting odds, and I think that it gives you a little insight. They usually get it right, so it's it gives you which way kind of to lay or sway, lean. You gotta pay attention now. It seems pretty real.
I've been doing this longer than you, Sway.
Hey, Sway, back away from the microphone before you hurt everybody's eardrums. But you ready for this? For all my UK hardcore fans that want to ride with good old Rocky, he's a plus 37 hundo. Ebonics equals out to 3,700. Rocky Fielding by KO, only a plus 1,100. So I guess they think he got some type of power. That good old draw, 3,700.
Again, Canelo, round 4 to 6, knockout.
And that is a minus 270. So that is what the betting odds favor, is Canelo to win by KO or TKO, because even decision, Canelo's a 350. I think $10 is cool on a decision, man. I'm just saying, he's big. It's a new division. The last time he was up here at a catch weight of 165, he went the decision. What's $10?
Yeah, but it's also he's fighting Rocky Fielding, who's only stepped up a competition, got stopped in the first round.
Yeah, but you know what they say? That was a step up in competition. Don't paint that picture like he didn't step up again and, you know, was successful. And let's not forget that, you know, after that loss, he obviously rebuilt. He won this version of a title that's big enough and important enough to get him a fight with Canelo. It doesn't matter what you may think of it. You can think it's equal to an IBO, but it was big enough to get him a Canelo fight. And you know what they say about fighters that win titles? They become 80% better once they're a champion, right, Ron? I mean, I know some great guy said that. I'm not just quoting that from the air.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, well, let's play.
Hold on. Very quick. That great guy that quoted that got it from the air, though. Like, there's no actual data, poll, and you know, statistics out there.
Look, let's play devil's advocate.
Matt.
Let's go play the spooky game and say, what if Canelo loses? Okay, because what we just got 30 for 30. Buster Douglas, the odds, right? What was the odds? That was like 42 to 1. Now, here's another fun fact. Ring Magazine has the upset of the year, right? I think in the last 6 years or 7 years, there's been an upset in December. There was like 3 of them. We got Fury and Klitschko. We got Maidana and Broner. And then we got Cotto and Sadam Ali. Now, I'm not saying this is the fight that may happen, but December.
The curse. The curse month of December. Ron, I love all the little research you do. Like, that's something I would have never thought of. But I was at Broner Maidana and I cried, okay? Because I went at Robert Garcia thinking that I thought that's when I thought Broner was the shit. I bet you me and Daniel were like the biggest Broner fanboys back then. He broke my heart getting beat up. I mean, watching him walk back to his dressing room with those little hamster swollen cheeks. I mean, I had to just let out one tear.
And just kind of Ron, I'm sorry, you are the historian, but you are wrong. Klitschko and Fury was not in the month of December. It was actually November. It was in November.
Oh, get him. I thought he researched this shit. Hit him with some.
I'm trying to go off the top.
And I'm coming off the top.
Yo, dog, you can't be Hove if you ain't
Hold on.
I guess I got my swagger back.
Come on, Ron.
No, he doesn't.
Hey, hold on. I can openly admit I went off the top, but Danny, man, you definitely look like you were staring at the screen with the November 28th. Don't come on here in front now.
Actually, the moment you said that, I looked at Ness like, shut your ass up so I can score this boy.
Ooh. Okay. Listen,
man.
It's fight week. So it's the Thunderdome. So no one's picking Rocky Fielding and no one's betting on Rocky Fielding. Daniel, you're the only like official bettor on the panel. You see any action in there before we move on? Quickly too.
Canelo by stoppage.
What the hell? So you want them to spend their whole mortgage on negative money bets?
No, I'm the parlay guy. They call me Mr. Parlay. So I'm gonna take that parlay with a couple other fights this weekend, along with a couple football games. So,
oh my God, him and his foosball. All right, on the undercard, David Lemieux versus Tureano Johnson. I don't even know what's the odds on this one. Who do the betting odds think is winning? Because I would say David Lemieux should be the favorite, but Tureano Johnson's a sneaky little B-side.
So for that fight, David Lemieux is a minus 700 on FanDuel. Tureano Johnson's a plus 550. That's on FanDuel. But interesting fact about that fight and odds, that fight has the closest odds out of any fight on the entire card. Everything else is way wider.
Yeah, I actually think that's a good fight. I didn't think it was that wide, to be honest with you. Like, I was actually gonna say it was tighter. I'm shocked to see David Lemieux such a wide favorite.
David Lemieux should win this one by knockout, right? Like, I know, the big fight we've seen with Tureano Johnson was the Derevchenko fight, but I thought Derevchenko looked kind of basic against Daniel Jacobs.
Yeah, but not only the Derevchenko fight, fickle boxing fan. What about the fucking Curtis Stevens fight that he won and was robbed? Yeah.
What year was that? 2017?
Yeah.
2017?
Yo, check it out. Ron and Matt getting schooled on the panel.
No, but I don't think Curtis Stevens is anything of note because look, David Lemieux knocked him out in what, 5 rounds?
Yeah, but that's when a lot of people started taking notice of Triple G after his win over Curtis Stevens, because that was the first guy that could punch him back.
I agree that win got Triple G some hype, but so did Gabriel Rosado. But both those guys aren't his best wins, right? Like, just because they got him that push doesn't mean those guys are great.
No, absolutely not. But they're definitely barometer fights.
Curtis Stevens is not a great boxer. He's not a great fighter. He's been a perennial top 15 guy for most of his career.
But he's a C-class fighter, though, Matt. Like, that's right on par with Tureano, and Tureano beating him and getting robbed is relevant.
Okay, Tureano went the whole distance and got robbed against Curtis Stevens. David Lemieux knocked out Curtis Stevens in 5 rounds.
But that's the thing. He was actually, if you were to watch the fight, he stopped Lemieux, but they didn't stop him. You know what I'm saying? He was fucking out on his feet in that fight, and the ref jumped in or didn't, like, kind of jumped in, and then Tureano, then the fight went on, and he fucking.
But we had the knockout of the year happen.
Of course not. Listen, I mean, Lemieux's knockout was amazing over Stevens, but it is still a barometer fight. You're right. Lemieux blew him out. Tureano, had a controversial loss. Still a barometer fight. Still a barometer fight.
Barometer shows Lemieux is better than Tureano Johnson.
I guess. I mean, look, his punches are straighter for sure. That's what it is. Technically, he is a cleaner fighter. You know what I mean? He punches straight down the line. Plus, he's got Mark Ramsey. I think Tureano's trained by, like, his dad or some weird shit. You know what I mean?
No, Tureano's trained by Rozier.
Really? That must be new.
Yeah,
that is definitely new. That is definitely new, because that's 160 pounder. And remember, just for facts, so they don't say, "Oh, Ness, you don't know what you." No. That's new, because remember that when Tureano fought the man I just mentioned, Stevens was trained by Andre Rozier at the time, so that's definitely some new shit.
Also, Tureano Johnson hasn't fought since that Derevchenko loss over about a year ago. I know it's 2017.
There goes more right there evidence. If he lost to Derevchenko, was Andre Rozier in the corner? Remember, the big hoopla for the Jacobs and Andre Rozier and Derevchenko fight was that Rozier had to decide which fighter he was going to go with. Eventually decided upon Jacobs, and then Gary Starks, the trainer Marcus Brown, stepped in for Derevchenko.
My point's more about the year-long layoff and coming off a loss. Like,
meaning that this should be a walk in the park for Lemieux.
It definitely should be a W. I'm definitely picking knockout. 6th round, 7th round, 8th round, somewhere around there.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more.
Well, I mean, he's not a big favorite to get the knockout. He's only a -165. It does indicate your pick is correct, but it's not wide.
But see, here's the thing, though. You can't just go based off the odds. To me, that's easy money. Pick Lemieux, parlay that with a Canelo stoppage, and you get the better odds. Obviously, it's almost even money for Lemieux to get the stoppage or the KO.
Add in
Lemieux with the KO is a little bit better. It's a little bit, actually, the decision is better for Lemieux, which he won't get. I mean, you know what? Didn't Lemieux go a decision a couple of fights ago? Like 2 fights in a row?
You're talking about he went the full distance?
Yeah.
Did not lose, right?
I'm gonna just pull up his resume. I'm pretty sure
he lost decisions. Obviously, he lost to Blajo Saunders in the full 12. But the Gary Spiker Sullivan fight was a knockout win, and then he had a fight before that. I
think he had one in Canada. There was one that was in between the Sullivan and Saunders that he went the full 12 rounds. I didn't get to see it because I couldn't find a stream or anything, but it was a hometown fight.
Was that on the John Pascal undercard against Steve Basset?
I think he was headlining his own card.
Okay. Curious.
I was trying to find it, but I was like, fuck it. This is too much.
Also, Ness, for your parlay, add Jesse Hart in that upset.
Nah, I'm not gonna parlay Hart. I'm gonna just lay some money on Hart. He's got good odds. We'll talk about that. Don't rush it, baby. He was trying to see where I was going. You thought we were gonna argue. That's what it was. You trying to fish. Like, am I gonna argue with Ness today? Nah, baby. We actually thinking alike. I went back and watched the Hart fight, but we'll talk about it. There's too many fights on Golden Boy to talk about. I'm looking at Lemieux right now. He went KO, UD, KO. KO was Stevens. UD, Marcus Reyes. UD, Laws, Billy Joe Saunders. UD, some guy I never heard of, Karim Encore. And then KO, O'Sullivan. I'm telling you, the man's power may not be there. Just saying. I don't know. But, you know.
I think it just depends on how the fight works out. If he slugs it out, I think Lemieux is just going to clean him up. If he kind of moves around, tries to box, it might go.
Lemieux is a guy that needs to get up. He got up for Stevens because Stevens was talking about putting him in the box. You know what I'm saying? With Lemieux, he got up because he knew the danger. But, like, I mean, look, these names that we don't know, he's going decisions, full decisions. Look, Christian Fabian Rios, UD10. Marcos Reyes, UD10. Kareem, UD12. And I can find you more UDs, you know, but whatever. Let's move on. Unless anybody got some final thoughts on Lemieux, Tureano. All right. Tevin Farmer versus Francisco Fonseca. I mean, obviously, I'm picking Farmer, and I'm expecting him to do a lot better than Jono Carl since he still insists on fighting Jono Carl, and he talks shit about Jono Carl shit in the bed. He cannot be a hypocrite and come in here and get a boring, you know, decision. It has at least to be something exciting is what I'm hoping, and I'm keeping it short.
Well, this is definitely a barometer fight because you know who else fought this guy?
Gervonta Davis when he missed weight and lost his belt.
Dun, dun, dun. So, Gervonta did not have the greatest performance. Thank you. I was waiting for it. So, obviously, he did not have the greatest performance. This was underneath the Mayweather-Conor undercard, right? Everyone was excited. He came out with the blue hat. People were like, yes, we're going to see some Tank. And he was goofing around. Didn't look that serious. That's kind of what started his whole, oh, no, is he hanging around with the wrong crowd? He's missing weight. So, it took him a while. He got him out, but many people weren't satisfied. It took him 8 rounds, and it was kind of like a questionable knockout, right? I couldn't remember. It was like people were saying he was hitting the back or low, whatever. But if Tevin Farmer comes in here, dusts him, makes it look easy, takes it serious, well, we already saw what Tank was doing with Lomachenko and Pedraza. I did it better. What do you think Farmer's going to do if he does it better? I did it better. So this is perfect. This builds up that fight that we want, the Tevin Farmer, Gervonta Tank Davis. I love it. Just do well, Tevin Farmer.
I got Tevin by KO.
Tevin should win this one by decision. I don't think he's going to get a TKO here. Fonseca, even though he is not a great boxer, he is a tough guy. He can take shots. Gervonta Davis, even though that wasn't a prime, Gervonta Davis completely motivated. That's still Gervonta Davis who punches significantly harder than Tevin Farmer.
That was also Gervonta Davis on his first pay-per-view, taunting and putting his hands behind his back and trying to be flashy and land those one-shot knockout punches.
Well, if you really want Tevin to get a knockout, put your money where your mouth is, Mr. Pro Better. I've been doing this since 16. He's a plus 200 to get the knockout. That means the but betting bookies don't believe you, but you better than them. Make some money in our face.
Talk that shit.
Yeah, talk that shit now. You in Jersey too. His app working over here. Right. Yeah, that's my Floyd Mayweather ad lib. All right, so moving on. Who do we got? What's next? Let me see.
Katy Taylor on the card.
Well, Sadam Ali versus Mauricio Herrera. Yo, this is probably the fight right here. You know, this is probably the fight that we do the show on. I'm thinking it's looking like there might be some money on him. I don't know what's left in Sadam. He's a minus 950, so obviously the betting odds favor him. But, I mean, what's left after that whooping that Jamie put on him? And then, I mean, you got to remember, he's also was knocked out by Vargas. You know, he took a lot of time off too, I believe. I'm going to double check, but I think he hasn't even been back. This might be his first time back. Now, they did a good job in dusting off Herrera because I'm pretty sure when I check Ali, I'll double check Herrera, and Herrera hasn't fought in a minute. I'll start with Herrera, whose last fight was versus Jesus Soto Carras, and that was a year ago in August 4th, 2017. And for Ali, he last fought, like I said, versus Jaime Munguia, and that was May of 2018. So he's been out of the ring 7 months. Do we know the official weights? Obviously, no. Today's Thursday. But what is this at least contracted at for Ali? Because he was at 54. Is he coming back down?
It's 47.
But is it full 47? Because, again, this is not for a title. Is he doing a catch weight because he was up and he's going to graduate?
Full 47.
Wow. Ballsy. No need. With Herrera not being active, not having a ranking, why give him the full 47? I would have came in maybe 48, 49, 50. You know, I just moved up to 54 to fight Munguia and Cotto for no reason other than glory. I would have took my time coming back down. Let's see how he looks. Look, I was a high on Ali. I'll always let it be known that I picked Ali to beat Jesse Vargas, and he got knocked out in that fight. You know, I was happy for him when he beat Miguel Cotto. He just made some decisions. Those decisions to move to 54, we got to see how much they take out of him, the same way that we have to see, you know, like we seen that something was taken out of Brook.
Wasn't that loss to Vargas at 140?
Jesse Vargas?
Yes.
No, 147.
It was after the Bradley fight.
147, definitely at welter.
Sorry, you go, Ron.
Oh, I was going to say that 9-month layoff, just keep in mind, I believe he was doing Ramadan, or was that before or after? Was he going on Ramadan or he was coming off? I think he was going on Ramadan.
I think
Either
you're right.
or, bro. Either or is still consecutive months off, man.
So that time was obviously for religious belief, if that was the case. So he's coming back in action quick outside of that, and he's taking the time to go back to his accustomed way.
I wouldn't say religious beliefs, Ron. He got a 90-day suspension after Jamie. You got to get 90 days out of the ring for being knocked out. So if that fight happened in May, that puts him in August to be cleared. Then maybe Ramadan happens August, September, I believe.
Yes. Yeah, you're right.
So let's not make it like, you know, he had this fucking 6-month Ramadan.
Hey, I was just trying to. That's what I was asking. I don't know because I know Ramadan.
Ron stats failing over here again twice in the show, man. It's not even 30 minutes. I feel like. Oh no, it's been 30 minutes. 38.
Hold on.
But what I will say is credit to Sadam Ali. He stepped up. He took that Miguel Cotto fight. Earl could have took it, but he would have had a sign to Golden Boy. A lot of people were offered that fight. I think even Mikey Garcia, I remember, was offered that fight. So he took it, you know, and you know, boxing gods were in his favor because Miguel had a torn bicep during the fight, which ensured a win for Ali. Unfortunately, he got some bad advice. That's when you need an Al Heyman type in your corner, because why go into the fight with Munguia? I don't know.
Well, away from that, though, back to the fight itself against Herrera. Sadam Ali should win a clear unanimous decision here. Like, Sadam Ali's never been the biggest hitter, so I don't see him, you know, being able to knock out Mauricio Herrera, who's always been a tough, durable guy. But Herrera's clearly lost to a certain level of opponents, the Frankie Gomez's and up. And Sadam Ali is clearly in that and up level, in my opinion.
I mean, sometimes, though, Matt, remember that Francisco Santana fight? Sometimes Sadam Ali rises above the occasion. Sometimes he fights on the level of his opposition. Well, that Santana fight was dumb tight, and he got hands put on him.
Agreed. But Santana is also a much heavier hitter than Herrera, in my opinion. Herrera is also far more aged at this point than Sadam Ali. Agreed. If we're going to you know, question what Sadam Ali has left in the tank, we got to question even more what Mauricio Herrera has left in the tank. So I think, again, Sadam Ali should be able to outbox Herrera for a clear 7, 8, 9 rounds and win a decision.
Well, he's definitely favored to win a decision and not a knockout with the betting gods. So next we have, I believe, the young Virgil Ortiz. This is going to be my first. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna bring up the prospect, Katy Taylor.
I mean, there's an order, buddy.
All right,
The
go ahead.
unified champ.
I mean, hey, I didn't make this. I'm just following the order as the person that made it, took their time. So we're just following it. Virgil Ortiz, a guy that I never watched him. So this is the good thing about the zone. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be able to go back and watch this guy and see what he's got, because I hear a lot of good things. Isn't he trained by Robert Garcia too, or is it
partially? Yeah,
partially?
so it's a joint between his father and Rob.
Yeah, so I'm interested. I watch these guys when I gotta watch them. Definitely a day that I gotta watch them. So we get to Katy Taylor. Once you guys tell me, your thoughts on Virgil Ortiz.
I think Ortiz is a great prospect. Also, another Dallas guy. When Dallas is a little bit of a booming market right now in boxing, in my opinion. I think if he keeps winning the way he is, keeps looking as impressive as he looks, he's clearly going to be a fixture for Golden Boy in the next 2 or 3 years. I think he's far and away a better prospect than Ryan Garcia, who's still on the card, but obviously a much less known prospect than Ryan Garcia.
Completely agree. I mean, I've heard people compare Virgil Ortiz to like Teofimo Lopez. Obviously, like Shakur is the bigger prospect with Top Rank, and Ryan is the bigger prospect with Golden Boy. But it seems like Teofimo is better than Shakur, and so is Virgil better than Ryan from what we've seen displayed so far.
I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah, I like what I see from Virgil Ortiz. 11 wins, 11 KOs. He's doing what prospects are supposed to do: win and win by stoppage. So, look, obviously Ryan's being pushed on the fast track. He's being put as this Golden Boy next prospect. So, Virgil is going to be behind the scenes a little bit more, and he's able to kind of not be, with the limelight, the social media and stuff yet. And I think that he's able to focus there. And Ryan now has to take a step back. It's the social media presence has been less because he's doing what he needs to do in the gym to kind of work on it. So, good stuff from Virgil from what I've seen.
No way I'm gonna let you guys get that shit off. Like, just playing the North kid out. How you gonna say that this guy is better? Like,
that's on them.
I don't even think Teofimo co-mained yet. Like, you know what I mean?
You're wrong.
All right, so
Teofimo actually co-mained for Regis Prograis when he fought.
So he co-mained on a co-promoted card. He didn't co-main on an ESPN all top ranked card with Crawford and Shakur. He ain't do that, right?
It wasn't all top ranked, but it was ESPN.
What you mean it wasn't all top ranked? Oh, you mean yours? You mean the one with Teofimo?
Right.
All right. And I don't believe he stepped up as high in level of competition as Shakur has, correct? Because
Mason Menard's better than anyone that Shakur has fought.
What was the last guy that Shakur fought? They were making like a big deal about the fact that the previous person to beat him, was like a former champion.
Shakur is Stevenson was the dude that fought
the dude that we can't remember. We can remember.
He fought Lee Shelby and he fought Scott Quigg, and he stopped him in the first round. It was it was like Simon and something.
Yeah, it's a guy we can't remember, but we can remember a guy that Teofimo has beat.
But Mason Menard's tied to Devin Haney. That's really why, truly. And who would know Mason Menard outside of that?
And anyway, you know Mason Menard. Won't you tell us why you know him?
But we know
him. For losing.
But we know him.
For losing.
That's the point I'm making, is that we know him.
But I know this guy from fighting those guys. Sorry that Mason Menard is an easier name than this Romanian guy's name.
Well, hey, don't be sorry. That's promoting. Teofimo fought a guy that is known to hardcores. We've seen him headline card.
Wait 1 moment, because Shakur still has 9 fights. Teofimo has 11. Again, Shakur was on that level quicker, I believe.
And again, back to the point that me and Canelo Swift are making, Shakur is obviously the bigger fighter, or I should say prospect, in Top Rank stable in terms of social media presence. But Teofimo is the better fighter.
Look, everyone in the chat.
I don't know. I think better is a very bad word to use, too soon. It's too soon. Both 9 and 11-0. Both have different trajectories. I mean, even different divisions. No.
Yes, but we're not talking about them like beating each other. We're talking about which one looks to be the better, like, fighter. Which one looks to be the better boxer.
I don't know.
And we compared that to Ryan Garcia and Virgil Ortiz.
Listen, Shakur's the Olympian. Teofimo's taking more risks. Shakur is technically more sound, in my opinion, but whatever. We're going down a rabbit hole. Anyone final thoughts on that?
No.
All right.
Virgil Ortiz by stoppage.
Yep.
All right. A side. Katy Taylor, we're here. You guys were interested to talk about it. Tell me about her opponent. Never heard of her.
Neither.
Well, you know, Katy Taylor's a great prospect. Fucking Oscar. Yo, she's a unified champion. He's over here at the press conference calling her a prospect. Her opponent may not be the best known. Record is looking nice. I just like that Katy is active, and she'll be in front of a nice Irish crowd at MSG, given that there's a good amount of Irish here in New York. So I'm excited to see her fight. I like watching her fight. Yesterday was her anniversary with her fight. It might have been today, actually. Anniversary with her fight with Jessica McCaskill. Nonetheless, I like watching Katy, and
her opponent's a bigger dog than Rocky is.
I think that's probably a little bit inaccurate, to be honest.
No, her opponent's plus 1,200. Rocky's plus 900.
No, I'm just saying in terms of like actual, like, you know, respectiveness towards.
Oh shit! Look who woke up.
Sleepy Mike.
Sleepy over there, Sleepy Mike. But to address what Canelo just said. Yeah, go stretch. You're okay, Mike. Take your time. I'll go to you.
Elsa.
Let's be honest though. I think if you can name 10 female boxers, you are a super hardcore.
You want me to start?
No. I'm not saying you. So I'm saying like if anyone, if you can just name 10 female boxers, you're super hardcore. So the fact that we don't know her opponent or most of these women's opponents that we know isn't a surprise and really shouldn't be a factor anymore.
It isn't.
Her opponent, from the looks of it, is talented. Her opponent is undefeated.
Really?
Yeah, she's 20-0-1.
Where Eddie found her at? What country she's from?
Finland.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I think on that level alone, from what I've seen like a few highlight reels of this chick. She looks fine. She looks good. And I think, again, undefeated opponent.
Oh, shit. Is she pregnant right here? What the fuck? Nah, B, she getting knocked out. I'm about to see what's the stoppage money looking like. Bruh, y'all see her stomach?
Can you correct her? Is she really this out of shape that Ness is saying, man?
I'm about to screen shit. Fuck y'all talking about. I'm about to show you. I don't gotta lie. Craig, I ain't got to lie, Craig. I ain't got to lie. Let me go to it.
Anyways, I think Katy Taylor should win. Unanimous decision. Clear. She looks pregnant there. I would say.
Yo,
let me go on the record.
No one say anything. Be careful. Touchy subjects.
You're the one who said this, Ness. You're the one.
Yeah, Ness is not bringing it up.
I said what?
Don't put this on us.
Hey, do
not. This is
the backup channel is about to get flagged, yo.
Let's go to Mike. Let's transition over there.
Come on.
Yo, is he really here?
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. I can't say it enough. I speak it, believe it.
2 attempts, handed bands over. Sicko hit, shot and miss. 2 to stand over. Turn up. Breadwinner, huh? Look who in the building. Let me check my Instagram. I might be at 1 million. And I'm in.
BoxingWinners.com.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? What's up to the panel? Everybody look like they're having fun tonight. What's up, Ness? What's up, all the listeners, man? Yeah, great weekend of boxing. Canelo, ESPN Plus on Friday. Parker back in the ring. AJ does first take. Dana White does first take. But yeah, man, everything is cool, man. Yeah, excited to see everybody and let's break down some boxing.
Yo, why you gotta keep bringing up that dude, bro? Like you turning into Ron and fucking Matt right now.
What you mean? I'm turning.
Don't hate.
You know what you're doing, bro. out of here with that bullshit.
Oh my god, I know who's talking
Don't
about.
hate Ness.
So Ryan Garcia versus Braulio Rodriguez. Man, I hope this guy ain't Dominican, bro. That first name definitely sounds
Dominican. I literally pulled it up. He's Dominican.
Oh my god, I knew it. Once I seen Braulio, I'm like, oh shit, he's from fucking Santiago somewhere in DR. Shout out to Braulio. Shout out to Braulio. Oh shit. Oh, I know him. I've seen him before. We've seen this guy fight. Let me see what common opponents we've seen him with.
Machado.
Diaz and Machado. Yep, there you go. There you go. Poor guy. He's been in tough. Look, everyone he's faced has been an undefeated fighter in the last 3 years. Man, that's fucked up. Braulio, I'm sorry, brother. El Chavo. El Chavo. El Chavo is his name. Yeah. El Chavo. That's a Hispanic thing. Yo, you don't remember El Chavo?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm just saying. You got me laughing alone like you ain't real Spanish. I was about to kick you out of my house, homie.
English, motherfucker. Do you speak it?
Nah, dog. That's Chavo right there, like Chapulín Colorado. Like, Hispanics, we got like, like.
That's. I hope you understand. Like, you said a Spanish word, and then you said it's like another Spanish word.
Yeah, I know, and that's what I'm getting. What I'm getting to is the Latin culture, we have like, he wasn't a superstar, but he was like, I don't know what the fuck. He was definitely a fictional character, Latino, and it is what it is, bro. I cannot explain.
Like, was it a TV show? Was it?
Yes, definitely a whack ass TV show, but somehow my man Chavo was mad popular, bro. But anyway, Braulio gonna get his ass beat. This is Ryan's first fight with Chepo and with Eddie, so I'm interested. I want to see. He's in there with Oscar Valdez, regardless if they're sparring or not. We haven't confirmed that yet. Regardless, though, he's in there with another young guy his age that is a champion, a belt holder for sure, and's defended it a few times. So, I'm sure Ryan is pushing himself to the limit. This is exactly what he needed because, he was an IG fighter. They found him on IG, and I don't think he had the accolades of most other fighters. If he did, it's been overlooked on my behalf. I haven't heard anything about his amateur background. But excited to see him fight again is all I can say. And A-sides are A-sides, so he should win.
He's lost to notable amateurs, or actually notable prospects. I forget the exact names. I want to say it's
Devin Haney and Virgil Ortiz.
Yeah, Virgil Ortiz, who's on the card itself, has beat him in the amateurs, which is why we think he's better than Ryan Garcia. And Devin Haney.
That don't mean nothing.
Exactly, because Terrence Crawford and Danny beat each other.
To Ness, that means nothing. Even though I was like last week, he don't care about that.
That was when they were under, I think, 7 or I don't know, maybe 19. Either or. I mean, he does have extensive amateur record. I think he has like 230 fights, won like 215. So that's pretty much.
Like, he just missed the Olympics, I want to say. Like, he was close to going to the Olympics at several points. But this fight should be a clear win for him. I'm debating whether it's a knockout late or a unanimous decision. But like you, Ness, I just want to see improvements. I want to see that head movement look different, look just better on any level, because his ability to stick his chin up in the air and be static and move straight backwards to the rope.
That's what I want to see change. That straight back dumb shit.
And obviously, Eddie Reneso and Canelo are masters at not doing that, are masters at lateral movement, slipping off the center line. So hopefully Ryan Garcia can capitalize on that connection, that training atmosphere, and gain some of those techniques and those skills. That's all I want to see, honestly.
On top of that, I would say I'm sure, because Canelo's camp's great in the pocket. He learned some skills how to fight inside a little bit more. I know the amateur background allows you to kind of move, box off the scoring system, but in boxing, they come up close, and he was in some of those tough fights where they got in front of you and he didn't know how to move, like you said, his head. So fighting inside the pocket is another thing I want to see that he improved on.
All right. Well, moving along.
I'm just happy that he got with Eddie Reynoso so he can possibly develop some better skills. And I mean, we all know that Eddie did a great job with Canelo, so hopefully he can mimic some of that success with Ryan.
Hopefully, right? Because this is the test. Much like trainers and their first successful fighter, people question whether or not it's the fighter more than the trainer. Not everyone can take another guy and make another champion. Eddie hasn't proven that yet, but guys like Robert and Freddie, even I don't even think Virgil Hunter got the opportunity to do that.
And I just think that not we, the panel, but I think overall the boxing public is too hard on Ryan Garcia. Only reason people really, know him and got the buzz like he has because of his IG. If he wasn't on IG like he was and like a normal like prospect, we wouldn't be expecting big things so soon from him.
Plus, he's a meal ticket. Let's think about it. Teofimo Lopez said, "Yo, let's go." Obviously, Tank Davis said, "Let's go." I mean, he's a big meal ticket because his platform. So if he does great here, he can inherit some really huge shoes. He's fighting underneath a co-promoted DAZN, Matchroom, Golden Boy, Canelo undercard. He already has a natural fan base. If he does this right and he continues to move accordingly and get better, it'll be great. But he just needs to take this time very serious. I think he has a lot of potential to be good.
A little off topic, but since we are speaking about prospects and amateurs, I want to give a huge shout out to Lorenzo Simpson. Truck, he trains, basically came up under Gervonta Davis coming out of Baltimore. He was the #1 middleweight in the country and made his pro debut, successful first round knockout in the DMV area last weekend. So want to give a huge shout out to Truck, and I'm excited to see this kid. He was gonna go to Tokyo, but with the Olympics not knowing if they're gonna have boxing in 2020, he chose to make his pro debut. So if you guys have chance, go look that up. Lorenzo Truck Simpson.
All right, and Lamont Roach Jr. is the opening bout versus Alberto Mercado. I've been trying to check Lamont's weight, man, to see where is he 130 or 126?
I think he's 130. And Alberto Mercado fought Jason Velez and lost, by the way, Ness. You might have seen
130. It's actually for the WBO International Super Featherweight title.
Lamont should win this one very, very easily, just like all the A sides.
Yeah. They're taking their time with Roach, huh?
How many fights does he have? What, 10, 11?
Nah, it's like 17 to 18.
Is it really that much?
Yeah.
I
18
thought he was like,
one
I thought he
draw.
was like okay, one draw. I thought it was like one loss, but the loss is a draw. Okay, well maybe that's why they're taking like their
Damn,
time on him.
Orlando Cruz. Oh, it was in Puerto Rico though. It was in Puerto Rico. That's crazy.
What does that mean?
Well, I mean, Orlando Cruz is Puerto Rican.
Say no more.
You know what I'm saying? The fuck? When was this? 2018. Oh, wow. That was this year? All right. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of power. I went to see him in D.C. He's in that area. He doesn't have a lot of power. That's the thing. He's a good little boxer. But let me see. Has he turned it around? No, because even that draw, then he got a stoppage his last fight. But I don't know what was it. He put the dude down in the third. Whatever. Moving on. Damn, it took us an hour to get the fucking Jesse Hart and Gilberto Ramirez. I'm gonna let the Mexican go first, bro. Is Gilberto like? Listen, let me tell you, this fight might be the fight to make dough on. Gilberto plus money as a decision and as a knockout. It's crazy, and Hart is a.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
Gilberto's the underdog.
No, he's not. But when you go into methods of victories, he's a plus on both knockout and a decision. I'll pull it up, and then they give you more details. But yeah, it's strange, bro. It's strange, and even for Hart, this is a good fight, and especially like on the money, bro. I went back and watched these fights too because it's like, I think this is the one that we could wet our beaks on, you know what I mean? Make a little cha-ching.
Absolutely.
I can't find it. What the fuck is
To
that?
the fight itself, while you're looking for those odds, Jesse Hart should win this one, in my opinion.
What are you basing that off?
Based off of their first fight, because Jesse Hart, I think, figured out Gilberto Ramirez in the second half of that fight and was winning the second half of that fight. On top of that, I think he has improved drastically since that loss. To me,
how can we tell though?
It's clear as day. His killer instinct is different. If you look at his earlier career, it was much more of a methodical process to get the knockout. In these recent fights, it's a little bit more of a killer instinct. It seems to be more on point. On top of that, his physique looks better. Like, he looks more in shape. He looks more dedicated. I think he realized himself in that fight, realized how good he was in that fight, and has made the changes, has adapted his overall skill set, and has improved. I think he should win this one. Gilberto Ramirez has done a lot of nothing in his career at 38-0. His best win is in Arthur Abraham in 2017. That's not that great for being 38-0 when you've been in the same era as Carl Froch, to put that in perspective. Carl Froch was still being active in boxing when Gilberto Ramirez was active in boxing. And he has still fought only Arthur Abraham in his career, and a close, contentious decision against Jesse Hart. And again, Jesse Hart should win this one by unanimous decision, in my opinion, and finish Gilberto Ramirez's title reign.
Yo, see what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say much besides Jesse Hart is a plus 550 for decision. Now again,
take it.
Is Matt right, or are the bookies always right? Ron, who do you got in this fight?
Well, all right, so this is what I'm gonna do, because like Matt was saying, Jesse Hart, after losing to Gilberto, and it was a very competitive fight. Granted, if he didn't get knocked down, it could have potentially been a draw or so. So it was a very close fight. He got knocked down early, so those adjustments came later. And you know how people, when they fight again, they get better. So Gilberto didn't look that great in his last fight. There was a lackluster performance, although there was a lot of hype, and it died down after that fight. Jesse Hart has been killing people, like massive KOs the last couple fights. I mean, especially that last one. I mean, I was just looking at the TV like, is that dude okay? So Jesse Hart has definitely taken this fight very serious, because he really wants to avenge that loss. And I don't think he wants to come there to lay down. He wants to come down and knock, Ramirez. So I expect someone to go to sleep. It's just the fact there's those adjustments. Is he going to box early, tire him out, and then go for the kill? I might go for Jesse Hart for the possible upset, because the simple fact that I see more improvement, while I see the regression in Gilberto. He was supposed to have, I think, I don't know if that was a mandatory or a tune-up, but he just didn't look that great in that last fight. He looked tired, exhausted, winded, and I feel like those are the adjustments that Jesse Hart can do and take him to the deep waters and not get hit, because granted, Gilberto hits hard in that fight. You can see the heavier handed puncher at the time felt like Gilberto. For every punch that Hart was taking a risk, Gilberto was landing some effective shots that kind of shook him up. So the fight was a while ago. I'm just excited to see it. I think it should be a great fight. I'm gonna lean to the Hart because I feel like he has more tools for the adjustment.
I agree. I definitely agree. I got Hart. Kind of playing right now with what I want to do with my parlay. I'm hoping that a couple more fights that aren't available to bet on will be available by tomorrow, but Hart's one of them. Obviously by decision. Well, actually, I'm not picking method of victory. I'm picking just him to win outright, but I agree.
Yo, so check it out.
Mm-hmm.
I think that first off, I think Ron's lying. I don't think he went back and did the research. I think he's going off the last time he watched the fight. I don't remember last night seeing Jesse Hart look as phenomenal as both Matt and Ron are trying to paint him out. I will say this. He does look better since the loss than Gilberto. And the level of opposition has kind of been the same, right? Like for Gilberto, since the Jesse Hart win, He's fought a dude I never heard of in Habib Hamed, which I believe was the little short Ghana guy, right? No? Yes? Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, yes.
And the last one, which you went the decision on ESPN, it was a snoozy fest. I mean, I fell asleep literally. Was Romero, Alexis Angulo. But that short Ghana dude, like he struggled with him at times. And he was always is the bigger guy. And even with Romero, he struggled that time. But the fight at hand, in Hart, I feel like you guys. I feel like Hart has the better tools. I remember yesterday I posted the fight in the group chat and I started to watch it. But before I watched it, I put it right in the chat for everyone. And then I watched it. Like I pressed play, and immediately after the first round, I'm already texting you guys like, yo, I'm picking Hart in the rematch. And then, because I'm a pothead, so I forgot about this fight. You know, I had to go back and watch it. And then, boom, second round happens. Bam! Ramirez sneaks in a very super-duper sneaky right hook on the inside, right on the temple of Hart. Hart goes down, right? So you have to automatically in your little mental book, you got to say, all right, put a little check on Hart. And, you know, maybe, I don't know, a thinking emoji. You know, thinking emoji. Maybe he's got a weak chin. It's not the first time he's been down. Maybe he's got a weak chin. You know, keep watching the fight. Now you got to check another box for Hart. And it's like, this guy got good recovery. He recovered. He had plenty of time, Gilberto did, to finish Hart in that second round. He did not. Hart recovered and came back with some punches. I would have preferred him to tie up, but he threw some punches. So check another box for Hart. Check another box for good recovery. But then from then on, and that was the second round. So now in the third, you know, I mean, I scored it too. So in the third, obviously, he got a 10-8 in the second. In the third round, I gave that to Gilberto again because Hart was doing a lot of recovering. I kept telling my girl, like, damn, this dude is better than Gilberto. But I don't know if it's that he cannot show it because he's forced to be in recovery mode because of this knockdown. What? And you know what I didn't mention? The first round, he beat the shit out of Gilberto. He beat the shit out of Gilberto, but he wasted so much energy. It was the first title shot. I'm telling you, I seen all this with my eyes. It was his first title shot, and he got overzealous. When he gets to the corner, you can watch it yourself. There's plenty of time before Saturday and before you make those bets. As soon as he sits on a stool, he's taking the biggest gases air, the biggest. I mean, he keeps gulping. He asks him, this is literally things he asks him to take the mouthpiece out. He needs to breathe more. Why? Because that first round, he tried so hard, he had an energy dump. And then he gets clipped. But it's his title shot. And he doesn't want to lose, and he needs to do it for his dad, the Cyclone, and all this shit. His father never got to get a world title, so he keeps fighting. But it was always recovery. Third round, he loses. Fourth round, he loses. Fifth round, he loses. You know? Then he starts looking good in the sixth. You could give him the 6. You know what I'm saying? But Gilberto is dead. Gilberto isn't good. He isn't good. Gilberto and Canelo need to call each other out. Canelo needs to call Gilberto out, make an all-Mexican affair at 68 the same way he did with Saul because it's an easy fight for him. And Gilberto needs to do it because if you go through the Jesse Hart, Gilberto Ramirez fight, the Top Rank published on their YouTube channel, only in January, my friends. There's no reason that Gilberto versus Jesse Hart should be nearly at 1 million views. Gilberto is a star, but there's hundreds, not dozens, hundreds of comments from Mexicans in Spanish saying that Gilberto is the fake Mexican, that he needs to fight Canelo, that he's a pinchy way and all this shit, that, you know, that Hart was putting a whooping on him. But what Gilberto has is that he comes forward. He's true and true Mexican. He's going to give Hart everything for all the rounds that he's there. Hart is the more skilled fighter, but Gilberto hits hard, bro. He was hurting Hart a lot. Did Hart hurt Gilberto too? Yes. I want to believe again that he's going to make the adjustments and that he because he has the better tool belt, he's going to use it. That's why I'm like super excited that this fight is plus 550 on decision for him, because I don't see him knocking him out, but he's a plus 700 on a knockout. So I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do in case you're not around for Saturday.
Friday.
Okay, Friday. On this particular fight, I might bet more than the average $5 on the draw. Why? Because I know Hart is going to do better than the first fight, but I know who the franchise is. And a draw is safe for the Hart fighter, right? Like, it's good for Ramirez and it's good for Hart. You know, Hart don't want the draw, but politics-wise, that's better than the loss, and he might get it. And Bob will be like, hey, don't worry, we'll give you the trilogy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm betting the draw with at least 10 or 15. That's like a plus 37 or plus 27. But I'm also gonna I'm a bet big on Hart by decision and knockout. I'm not fucking with Gilberto, but Gilberto, let me tell you, if you like him and if you a Mexican, you want to ride with your loyalty and shit, yo, he's a plus 100 by decision and a plus 200 by knockout too. So I don't know, bro. This fight is tight as hell. Tight as hell. Everybody sees what we see, except they still are favoring Gilberto for whatever reason.
Well, I think the reason is simple as Hart's gonna have to fight smarter than Gilberto. It's simple, like you said. He's gonna have to give two and take one, or hopefully none, because every time he comes in there and he goes and exchanges, it never works in his favor. But you did bring a good point. Like, it seems like he was in recovery mode, but even those in exchanges, man, you kind of felt like he can land some better shots, but he was the one that was getting hurt. So that's when you kind of fear, like,
well, he hurt Gilberto, I believe, in the ninth with the straight right hand, and he didn't even fucking know. He didn't even jump on him. And let me tell you, sometimes he hurts him with the left hook, but he slaps so much with the left hook, and he squares up. I'm telling you, it might be. Look, obviously, Hart could win because he's more skilled. But he also could get caught because sometimes when he throws the left hook, he's square right in front of Gilberto. And then he's always yelling with it. It's like, what the fuck? You giving it away, brother. Just let that shit go. But
quickly,
I'm going to still dump some money on the kid.
Just to add to what you guys have been talking about the fight, Gilberto Ramirez is really skilled at coming forward. He plays with the hands. He slips off the center line well, gets on the inside, delivers short combinations, really good at attacking you mid-combination yourself. But what he really struggles, in my opinion, is when he starts chasing his opponents. He's not a guy that cuts off the ring with really any authority, with really any skill, in my opinion. He's a guy that wants to come straight forward at you. So Jesse Hart needs to use his footwork, needs to be on his bike, using lateral movement, using the jab consistently, looking that right-hand counter, and really, like you said, Ron, play it smart, box smart. I think if, like you said, Ness, he doesn't blow his load out in those early rounds, he should be able to hurt Gilberto late and maybe finish him. I'm not saying he actually gets the knockout, but he will hurt Gilberto in this fight, and he will hurt him late. That is guaranteed.
Man, it's a tough one, bro. It really is. Fucking Hart, man. I just don't want him to go in there and do the same thing he did in the last first round, bro. He wasted a lot of energy thinking he was gonna get Ramirez out of there, and I guess trying to maybe make a statement, not like a statement how we traditionally say in winning the fight, but maybe send a message to Ramirez, which didn't work because Ramirez kept coming forward, and he's gonna do that for sure.
But at the same time, Ness, that was just his first title shot, and we have seen him in the ring since, and he's looked phenomenal.
Yeah, but with not the level of opposition. That's why I said I didn't think that Ron did his research, because I went back and watched those fights, bro. First of all, one of those stoppages was fake as hell. All right, fake as hell. Like, they could have let that dude go on. He wasn't even hurt. He even complained, and that was the Demond Nicholson knockout. Now,
I was going to say something there.
Was Jesse winning? Yeah. But it doesn't matter. That was a fake ass knockout. So for y'all to come on, oh, he's looked better. He's gotten stoppages.
Right.
Oh, fake stoppages.
Right, Ness, but
fake stoppages.
But you got to look at it like this: the level of opposition that Jesse has been fighting since the Ramirez loss has been about the same level of opposition that Ramirez has been facing, and Jesse Hart has looked a lot better than Gilberto El Zurdo Ramirez.
And on top of that, you mentioned how he slapped a lot with his left hook in the Gilberto fight. And even early on in his career, he was very slappy with his shots in a way. That, I think, has been largely corrected since then. He has not really slapped with the shots as much. I think his technique is far more fundamental in terms of punching technique since the Gilberto fight. So I think we have seen improvements.
Well, I mean, that is an interesting fight. There is some interesting bets there. I mean, Gilberto, he didn't even stop him in the first fight, though. It went to decision, right?
Correct. Yeah, I mean, it almost went to a draw, if it wasn't for that knockdown.
Huh. No wonder they're giving you the plus money on the. I can't believe this.
Hey, Ness.
Yo.
Bet on Hart or have a brain fart.
No, I'm betting Hart. I've been betting. Why you think I watched all the fights? But I was gonna bet big, but I'm actually just bet small because I'm up, man. I'm up, and I like the way it looks in the kitty right now.
I got 2 syllables for you.
No. We say that for the betting show. Right now we
parlay.
I don't like parlay.
Alberto winning this fight. Just FYI.
Oh, you got him winning how? So much thought you put into it.
I think Mike is so sleepy.
I know. I got him winning this fight.
I'm thinking about it.
How's he gonna win?
It's like he hurt Hart the first fight, but I don't think that he can stop Hart. So maybe I don't know.
Nah, I think he could stop Hart.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think he just didn't stop Hart, but I also think Hart could stop him when he hit him with the right, and sometimes when he hit him with the left, he made Gilberto walk back. He just didn't follow up. But you're right though. I think that Gilberto has more of an opportunity. He hurt Hart more than Hart hurt him.
Yeah, I mean, look, if Gilberto wins, knocks him out 1, 2, 3 rounds, makes it easy, I wouldn't be surprised. But I feel like this fight can be competitive, and I think Hart, with the more tools he has, hopefully he comes in, fights a better game plan. If he fights a better game plan, it favors for him. But Gilberto is the champion. He's been performing very well, and I mean, shit. Regardless of the fact of recovery time or not, he was beating the shit out of Hart in that.
So just out of curiosity, because I was at the Canelo press conference today, by any chance, have any of you seen the weigh-in for the fight tomorrow?
No.
Yes. For a Canelo fight?
No, for a Hart. I started watching it on ESPN Plus, but no, I did not finish it. I put the link in the chat room.
I did watch the Canelo win.
No, the Hart and Ramirez.
Not you. I'm talking to Daniel in here. Sorry.
I'm talking about the Gilberto.
No, I didn't watch that shit.
How'd you watch Canelo weigh in if he don't weigh in until tomorrow?
Oh, you said weigh in. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm
talking
about the final press conference.
I was just trying to see how the guys looked at the weigh-in. Let me go look it up.
I don't know. I assume they look fine.
I would hope. I mean, fucking Hart, man. I don't get why they got him such a fucking underdog.
Because he's not the house fighter.
Can't be about that, man. Bookies ain't worried about houses. They worried about their house and not.
Maybe they feel like, hey, Gilberto maybe had an off fight. And maybe
off 2 fights, his last 2 fights, he looked trashy.
I don't know.
Yo, somebody said because he trash. Yo, he ain't trash. You wow. Did you watch the fight, man? Anyway, on the undercard, Joseph Greer, Mr. Pillow himself.
Whoa. Joshua Greer.
Oh, yeah, Joshua.
Mr. Don't Blink, Mr. Night, Mr.
That's a Chicago boy.
That's why Daniel's all sued, because he's from Chicago.
Canelo Swift came out right there, man. He got souped up there for a second. Joshua Greer is a great prospect. Obviously, he does have a loss on his record, so that I think takes some shine away from him for the casuals. But for us hardcores, we've been aware of him for 2 years now, and he's been nothing but impressive in that 2-year time span. I feel like
I've known about 5,
but I mean, in terms of the greater awareness of the boxing fans, he hasn't been on TV in that 5 years.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
when he went on Showbox with the pillow, that was around 2 years ago.
Absolutely.
Yo, Danny's just trying to show that his people.
Chicago. That's great. I can mention LA guys I saw in the club scene. That's doesn't make me some great knowledge.
No, I'm saying I've known him for about 5 years, but no, absolutely. Yeah, he was on a Clarissa Shields undercard, had that spectacular overhand right knockout, landed him on SportsCenter top 10, all types of things. He brings a pillow out. You know, all these fighters started saying don't blink, but in reality, he started that. All these fighters start saying night night, he started that, and now he got a new one. It's called Mr. Do That, because he gonna do that to your ass.
So you can't find anyone from the 90s or 80s that said night night.
I was about to say night night's been around longer than
Josh Sugar invented
bedtime stories.
But I'll tell you this, I do like the pillow. The pillow is definitely cool, innovative. The slogans and phrases been around for a while, but he's owning these phrases and he's bringing them in the modern time. I did watch him on the Oakland undercard out here, and you know, I mean, shit, he almost knocked the guy into the meteor section. So, look, he's a good fighter. He's very exciting. Now he's getting this top rank exposure after the show box. He's getting a lot of the accolades, you know, of being this great prospect. Now we have to move him, get him up the food chain, and see if he's really the goods. And this is, you know, his opportunity. He's going to fight, you know, with all these other fighters. He got to do the press conference and weigh-ins with these other, you know, prospects, Mikaela Mayers, you know. I mean, so it's a good look on him, you know. So
and by no means am I trying to add extra weight or significance, but he is fighting for a WBC continental title. So, you know, he'll start moving up in the rankings if he does come out successful tomorrow, and we will see those tougher matchups, hopefully.
On top of that,
definitely. Go ahead.
On top of that, very quickly, I just want to add, he seems like a blue-collar prospect and a guy that is both extremely talented. And whenever you have that mixture where he is that sort of like everyday man, like I think we all can sort of relate to Josh Sugar in some way. Like he seems like that lovable guy we all want to hang out with, but he's also a devastating boxer, devastating power, and that's a good mix.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something about him. He has a great story. I was in Chicago with him for the DAZN card, and Chris Colbert was with him, and I saw him grow because we grew up in the same neighborhood. And I'm telling him, yo, let's go to the strip club after the fight in the hood. He's like, nah, I'm going up north to, you know, a lounge. And he was telling Chris Colbert, like, no, you know what? We don't need to be in this area. Let's go. So, you know, he has been smarter. And he just said this week during a press conference, you know what? Like, boxing changed my life. Obviously, he's now signed the top rank. So he's making the right decisions and getting those fights. He was getting a lot of, like, he has fights at featherweight when he made his pro debut at 115. So, you know, he's has opportunity now. Hopefully we get to see him do something good tomorrow night. And we also have Jamel Herring and Mikaela Mayer, which I am both excited to see.
Yo, Jamel dropped in them rankings, bro. Wow. He had a title shot versus Shakakov, didn't he, Matt? That was your boy, Shakakov.
Did he have a shot?
I know he lost.
No, he fought him. It wasn't for a title. I think that was
Eliminator or something. No,
I think that was before the Robert East.
Bro, and you know what? He switched promoters and like, yo, he got dropped or left Heyman like on the low. Like that was all like hush shit.
So after his loss to Ladarius Miller,
the Mayweather prospect,
that was the week of Mayweather McGregor. It was like Tuesday of that week. He lost to Ladarius Miller on the FS1 Tuesday card, and he was dropped. He didn't. It's not like he left. He was just dropped by PBC, and then Top Rank picked him up.
That's so crazy that they would drop him. Like, don't they need B-sides? That makes no sense.
Well, I mean, Jamel Herring has always like been very vocal about his disdain for his treatment at PBC and other places.
Yeah, but what disdain? Like, I mean, check his resume. He had a good upbringing when you think about it. Like, look at him. They gave him fights that if he was as good as we thought, he would have won. It's just that simple. Like, none of these fights was a setup.
Again, I'm not saying that I agree with it or not. I'm not adding any of my opinion to it. I'm just saying he has talked about it. He has vocalized it numerous times. So it's
That I don't know, man. I would need to get a link to that because I'm telling you, up until Dennis Shackakov, he didn't fight nobody.
Just follow him on Twitter, man. Like he said he sends shade to PBC and Mayweather and Heyman like every other day.
Yeah, obviously, because he got dropped, but that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no track record in his resume to indicate that they gave him a tough time on the way up.
I never said that was his criticism. I'm just saying he is criticized Heyman and that, that side of the block.
I mean, yeah. I mean, look. I mean, he's back on Top Rank. He's getting treated really, really well. If he wins this fight, there's been talks of him potentially getting some sort of big opportunity, title shot or something underneath the possible Terrence Crawford card up in April. And they also put this really cool military. They really push that military narrative with them, which for people in the military, it's very cool. It's appreciative. They do all these medals and honorings of him, and
What weight is he at? Is this going to be like a Lomachenko serve up or something? Give him an American name.
He's at lightweight.
No, I thought he's back at 130.
Oh, okay. He might be at 130 then.
I think he's back at 130. So that's Miguel Bertel. That's that vein.
Yeah, and it was really cool. It's like, they're pushing and they're marketing him really well. I know out here in Fresno, they had this whole thing where if you were in the military, they actually were going to give you free fight tickets just to show up. Just boom, we're just dishing them out. Just you're in the military, ticket. So they're doing really cool things, and Top Rank is treating him really well. So that's probably where he probably feels he's more A-sided in this position.
Yeah, but treating him well in what way? Because he's getting, tune-up fights?
I mean, wherever the case is, probably where he looks at his career at the moment. Once you get these opportunities, you get off the middle.
Look, I'm not gonna stay on this shit long. I'm just saying, look, Dennis Shackakov, right? But before that, Luis Eduardo Flores. Before that, Yakubu Amidu. And before that, Ariel Vasquez. Before that, Hector Velasquez. Before that, Hector Marengano. Before that, Jose Del Valle, Luis Alberto. Like, what the
killers, all killers.
Exactly. Like, they gave this dude the fluff route. Then he fought one top 10 dude and lost. Then they gave him a tune-up in his hometown. Okay, because he hangs with AB and Robert Easter. He goes to Toledo, gets on the card, gets a win, and they bring him back versus Mayweather's lightest puncher. Mayweather's lightest fucking puncher. And you got the nerve to tell me you on Twitter talking shit? I'm out of here, bro. Who's next?
Mikaela Mayer.
She could fight. I seen her last one. She was doing her thing.
And that's just so nice. It's like, oh, I like Mikaela Mayer. No, Mikaela Mayer is definitely a very talented.
I think pronounce her opponent's name. It looks like someone fell in love with California and named their daughter that.
Calista Salgado.
Calixtiata. Salgado.
Yo,
you added way more T's to that first name. And
you guys know.
That's just an
Hey, you guys know how everybody makes fun of Michelle Joy Phelps' laugh? If Ness would actually go to boxing events, they'd make fun of his laugh.
Oh, like a double this right there.
No, Swift. Whoa. No. All right, Mikaela Mayer to get the win.
Easy.
Moving on to Gabriel Flores to get the win versus Eduardo Kakembo.
Edward. His name is Edward.
Kakembo. His name is Kakembo.
Yes.
So, anybody expecting Mr. Kakembo to do something?
The guy that lost his 5 fights, his last 5 fights? Yes. No.
No way. Did he really lose his last 5?
He has 5 losses total, and all of his last 5 fights are losses.
Yo, why they doing this to Flores? That's like not even necessary.
His opponent is 10-5, and again, all 5 of his last fights are losses.
I think they're trying to maybe get a knockout from him because his last couple fights, I think, with the distance.
This is the type of shit commission should not approve. Like 5 straight losses, you should not be fighting Flores, who is like a blue chip prospect.
Quickly, Edward Kakembo has lost to Isaac Dogbe.
Yo, Edward Kakembo is from Uganda.
No.
Hey, I gotta rest in peace that soundbite, but I gotta play it once.
No.
Yeah, Ron. Sometimes you
Nell was all hype. He was all hype. He was in the corner talking about no. They went in front of the referee. No, on the touch up. No, he got punched in the face. Hell no, time to go. Yo, that was hilarious. I swear. It was a fun fight.
I was waiting to use that.
It was a fun fight. So I guess we got to talk about fucking Mike won't this is his boy and shit. Go ahead, Mike, take it away. Joseph Parker. It's on you.
Yeah, Joseph Parker is back in action Saturday morning. Well, probably Saturday morning for us because he's going to be fighting over in the New Zealand area. He's fighting Alexander Flores. I never fucking even heard of in my life until now, but glad to see Parker back. He's coming off 2 losses from Dillian White and Anthony Joshua. So a little tune-up fight to get him back in the swing of things. And Junior Farr is also on the card. He went down to help Wilder get ready for Tyson Fury. So glad to see what kind of things he got going on and how impressive he's going to look in his fight too. So nice little fight card in New Zealand. Go ahead, Matt.
Junior Farr had a bunch of amateur fights with Joseph Parker, and they have a little rivalry. And it's sort of a setup card for that fight.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Junior Farr was the more heralded amateur than Parker, right? Okay,
yes.
Absolutely.
Was he?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know nothing of Junior Farr except that he's trained by, promoted by Lou DiBella.
He's decent.
Oh, you got to watch him?
Yeah, he's decent.
He's been on a couple of showbox cards.
Yeah, he's definitely been on Showbox.
Yeah, you can definitely find at least 5 fights on YouTube easily of his. Yeah. Do a little bit of study on it.
I mean, has he ever fought anyone? Like, why you guys even know his name?
Again, he has an amateur rivalry with Joseph Parker. And
you guys care about.
And just like when Leo Santa Cruz and Abner Mares fought 2 tune-ups on the same card to set up their rematch, this is a card where they're fighting 2 tune-ups to set up a rematch on the amateurs.
Yeah, domestic level fight though.
Yeah, it'd be like Jeff Horn, Anthony Medine, but not the faded fighter.
Yeah, just Parker way more experienced than Farr. Farr's never been in there with anyone.
Yes.
Farr's never even had a television fight. You guys said you seen him on Showbox or some shit, right?
Or something. Yeah.
I don't remember him at all. But anyway, I guess it's time to get into our 4th topic. AJ finally comes to America, taking pictures in Central fucking Park, and stopped that First Take. And it must be said, First Take is a lot bigger than Joe Rogan. But let's go to the audio.
As I said, I'm willing to fight Deontay Wilder April 13th in London. So I don't know what more I have to do to get that message across. He's more interested in fighting Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury holds no world titles.
And you're really okay just waiting that out and seeing what's what and eventually fighting them?
I can't control what Deontay Wilder does. I can't control what Tyson Fury does, or even as far as what they say. But what I can do is control what I say and what I'm doing. I made sure with the negotiations, I booked the date in advance, set the venue in advance, and I'm making my point clear in front of everyone watching. I'm willing to fight any one of these guys, especially the champion, Deontay Wilder, April 13th.
Real quick,
what more can
Tyson
I say?
Fury, real quick.
I'm not interested in Tyson Fury, though.
You're not interested?
Because he's not the champion. That's where I'm coming from.
But lineal, he beat Klitschko. He hasn't lost since then.
That lineal status, when I was joining the heavyweight ranks, no one told me about lineal champion. I knew about WBC, IBO, IBF, WBA, and WBO, and I got my hands on 4 of them. So I don't know where this lineal just popped out of the woodworks from. But if I got to get my hands on that too, and that's a belt that the world's interested in, Fury can step in if he's serious. That's where I'm coming from. I want to fight the champions. I'm the one leading the pack. I've been doing that since I made my debut. 5 years in, 7 world title defenses, and I'm running the game. I mean business. And I don't know what more I have to do to kind of get that message across to the world. As I said, maybe because I'm not on here with ice around my neck, flashing jewels, talking about pay-per-view numbers. That's not really my swag, you know what I'm saying? But I handle my business. That's where I'm coming from, about my business, and I do that in the ring.
What's up with all that jewelry?
Yo, but Ness, you hear that? You hear the order of the belts he gave? You have to be happy about that.
Yeah,
it was number 2, man.
I told you that you the only one don't respect IBO. Like,
I'm trying to tell you, man.
Champs respect IBO. B.
I respect it.
Okay.
Yo, fam, like, I got so many things. Like,
hey, man. By the way, I love that motherfucking interview. By the way, I love it. A lot of bravado was dripping out. A lot of
fucking bravado.
Man, look here, man. You just a hater, bro. You can't fucking you can't acknowledge his fucking TV. That was good.
He was a hater talking about because I ain't up here with jewelry,
taking shots.
Yeah, but he ain't
taking shots.
He ain't taking shots just at Wilder. Don't be so close-minded. When you say such a broad statement like that, you talking about a lot of people.
Here we go.
Hey, Ness.
What you mean? What you mean? If you ain't talking about a lot of people, you'll say a name. You'll say, what? Because I ain't like Deontay Wilder with jewelry on my neck and talking about pay-per-view numbers? Because I ain't never heard Wilder talking about
pay-per-view. Fighting?
Hold on. Ness,
fighting,
hold on, Mike. Hold on. Ness, your idol, Jay-Z, he's not around flossing. He's not around with, hundreds of thousands of dollars around his neck.
You wildin'. Jay could always be seen with a nice-looking chain. Stop it. Even to this day, he still rock a nice chain.
The homie's in a track suit with Nikes on, man. What are you talking about?
I hear you, but don't act like you don't see him wear a chain. Don't act like he doesn't go on tour and wear a chain. Like, dog, that's a big, bold statement. But whatever, it's nothing. It's all good.
Anyways, I think AJ did exactly what he wanted to do. Piss people like you off, Ness.
Oh, he didn't piss me off. He didn't piss me off because all he did was say the same thing. No,
you sound a little bit
emotional. Hey, bitch, you emotional. Yeah, no. What you gotta understand is this. To me, it's just more the same rhetoric. Like, you still talking. Like, the problem is Max is old. He just got a 30-minute show. That's why all I want is for God to hear me, and this show just keeps growing. I want to be like your boys, the political dudes was them, Young Turks big, because like Max didn't say what he should say. It's like AJ at the end of the day, and if it would have came from Max's mouth, it would have been so much better because look at some of the shit that he said to AJ. Left AJ with a little smirk like, oh, you really going there? Yeah, we going there. Yeah, we going there. You ain't considered the man no more. Hell yeah, we went there. But it's besides that. What he really should have talked about was the fact that if you want to make a fight with anybody, you don't do it with a set venue. You don't do it with a set broadcaster. That's not how you make a super fight. That argument is mute to me. With anyone who wants to debate that, I don't got time to debate with ignorance. No super fight is done with a set broadcaster and venue. Doggy, now if your dick is way bigger than the B-side, yeah, maybe you could do that. But last I checked, homie sold 325,000. Plus he got a rematch that's on the table. He don't really need you. So you still talking this venue set? If Deontay Wilder want to fight, I've already made the bet. I got the fight. Nah, dog, it don't work that way. It don't work that way.
I agree, especially with that idea that the follow-up question shouldn't be about the lineal title. That's a red herring. That's meant to throw off the conversation and deflect it from the actual point. Keep it on the negotiation of a Wilder fight. How to make the fight. Press that. Even when you have Eddie Hearn in front of you, for anybody in media right now, if you're listening, when you have these guys in front of you, press that. How to make this fight. Make them walk you through it. Because that's how we have to find out. Otherwise, they're going to deflect it with, pay-per-view buys, whether they're good or bad. They're going to deflect with linear belts, who has the belts. Those things don't matter. What matters is what network it's going to be on, who's going to have the rights to it, who's going to have the library rights to it, how are you going to make the fight happen?
Matt, who didn't hear throughout that fucking interview how many times he kept referring to money? It's like, Wilder just got to be realistic. Wilder got to see, I got 4 belts. Wilder got to see. And it's like, bruh, do you want to make the fight, or are you again saying, I'm bigger, I'm better, I do what I want, and if you want to fight me, you got to get on my, same playing field or same fucking lane, and it ain't working that way no more. That shit is over. It's over. Yeah, you begging because it's your team calling. So when your promoters out here doing interviews with IFL saying, oh, is we begging or is we scared? Motherfucker, is both. When you had the opportunity, you were scared. And now the public perception got your man's back against the wall. Now you want to take trips to America. Nigga, you a week late. You a week fucking late, but you want to be sitting at Derek Chisora versus Dillian White. That clown shit out of here, man. Ain't nobody got time for that. We want a real champ. We want a real champ. We want a champ that talk. Fuck gold. You want to bring up gold to try and categorize. You want to categorize. That's trying to dumb down. Why he dumbing down? So what? The people that wear jewelry are not as smart as him? They're not as good as him? Is he better than people that wear jewelry? Are they dumber? I don't get it.
I just think you're taking this way too literal, bro. Way too literal. They asked him a question about Deontay Wilder. They asked him a question about Deontay Wilder, and his statement was, maybe because I don't have the jury on, you guys are not getting what I'm saying. And he was just taking a shot at Deontay Wilder. That's all he was doing.
I ain't no jury talk for you.
Bro, it was a lame joke at that. Okay, I can agree with that. It was a lame joke. Okay, over and done with. I didn't put that much credence.
I don't think it's
into it.
Let's not act like I'm the smartest dude on the panel, okay? Let's not act like I'm the smartest one. Y'all know y'all educated, okay? Let's not act like that was not a fucking stereotypical comment. Like,
maybe it was a miracle step.
Let's not act like plenty of people don't try to slight African Americans in the fucking media and all over the world because they wear jewelry. As soon as you got a piece of jewelry, you a certain type of thug.
Bro, you know Anthony Joshua is from Nigeria, bro. They wear jewelry over there. They're kings and queens over there, man. Come on, what are you talking about, bro? We're doing too much now.
My man, don't walk over it like in America. When you wear jewelry, you ain't labeled as a fucking thug. Okay, but my American champion got jewelry on that he won in the ring, he won it in the Olympics, and the jewelry on his fucking neck, he bought it. Let's not try to categorize him as a common thug, a 2-bit thug.
Who called him a thug? That shit.
Ness. Take a breather. Let Mama jump in. Again, he never said the word thugs. Two,
Thank you.
AJ, in my opinion, is not the one to make that subliminal racial comment. If this is coming from a Jason Whitlock, a Skip Bayless, another sort of sportscaster that made that sort of offhanded comment about jewelry, I would maybe agree with you, obviously, but it's not. It's AJ. I think he's trying to separate himself as a businessman. I think he's trying to make himself as his businessman. That's why he's bringing up money. That's why he's bringing up his brand all the time. Is because he's trying to separate himself as
his worth. He kept talking about his worth. Yeah. He don't want to make a fight. You heard all the words he used.
But let me go on to the thing that Matt wasn't really caring about the linear, but I'll approach it like the Max Kellerman way. Mm-hmm. The whole linear thing was a pure deflection of not wanting to fight Fury if he doesn't fight Wilder. It's the simple fact of going, what is this linear champ? When I came up, these were the belts. Well, when boxing came out, there wasn't all these belts. The whole sanctioning, all these sanctioning bodies has made things way more complicated in the situation where we're at. When Muhammad Ali, was on his military, I'm not going to sign up with the military. He came back and he fought Frazier. Okay, if Mayweather came back and said I'll fight anyone in the welterweight division, I'm not going to fight him. He doesn't have a belt. Fuck that. You're going to fight James Jeffries. He retired. Jack Johnson became the man. And guess what happened? James Jeffries came back. Jack Johnson had to go fight him to prove the linear because there was only one kind of championship. So now all these belts has now played this game like, well, linear is not a real belt. Well, go fight one of these guys. And he totally used the whole, well, Fury, no, that's not a real belt. Wilder, he got to get the negotiations right. I'm not on their time, So that's how he pushed both of them out. Not a real belt. He needed to get his money situated. He didn't even talk about the whole Fury thing. Max was like, this is the guy that beat the guy who arguably many people say that beat the guy you want to fight. Why don't you want to fight the guy? Because he doesn't have a real quote unquote sanctioning belt. What's going on? Fight these guys. Like, these are obviously top three. For Ali lost to Frazier. Frazier lost to Foreman. Foreman lost to Ali. Like, that's where we're in. We can have that. We can have trilogies in their young prime, multiple different fights, but we can't get that because not a real belt. He's not signing here, or we can't get no go. fight somebody in this because we're not gonna have that opportunity.
Talking about the only person making excuses is AJ. He's saying Fury don't have a real belt.
Exactly. That's why I'm getting upset. The whole Lemieux thing, like I get it, it's not a real belt, but let's keep it real. Tyson Fury,
all the weirdos in the chat. Won't you go watch the video? The female analyst, she had body language reaction to AJ's comment. Watch it. If I'm just making shit up, why the fuck does she have audio? You can hear her expression, and you can see her expression.
Because they know it's a subliminal towards Wilder.
Yeah, subliminal towards African Americans in America.
They're two different things.
It's different from UK African Americans, okay? Their rappers don't even look like our fucking rappers. Let's be real. It's different, bro. Americans and jewelry, you know that's a fucking stereotype, but whatever. Y'all acting like y'all don't know that, I guess.
I think AJ's not agreeing with that stereotype. I think he's making...
I don't know. The host definitely reacted to it.
Because they know to dig out Wilder, like we all do.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. No Wilder name was said. He could have said Wilder.
Because that brother had to say it when we know who he's talking about.
Yeah, he doesn't need to say the name when that's who they are talking about. They're talking about Wilder.
So where do you guys lie with the audio? How do you take? Because again, you've heard all the little things I said where I feel like I don't believe that this is a true I want to fight. This is still him saying, I'm the boss, we're doing things my way. That's all I hear.
Yeah, I mean, he's pushing Fury out by saying, I want to be undisputed. Okay, well, if you want to be undisputed, go seek that fight. You know, Max was like, well, you're going to wait till they fight before you do anything. I don't have to, they do whatever they want. It didn't sound like he's proactive. Like, no, I want to fight. Wow, I want to be undisputed. I want to interrupt that now. And then I can go fight this lineal guy. Like most guys are like, I'll fight him. I want them now. I got my date. I want Wilder there. I want all the belts. And then I want Fury because this is a guy you guys thought. My first objective is get all the belts. Go for the belts. But
I mean, let's be honest though. Do we really want AJ to like interject this rematch? I don't. I'd rather have AJ fight the winner of Wilder Fury so we have a clear consensus number one. So I'll be honest. I don't want AJ to intercede and try to pick a Wilder fight or Fury fight for April. I don't want that. I don't.
Okay, that's fine. But from that point on, if they do a trilogy, then what's AJ gonna do after?
He can fight Dylan White. He can fight Big Baby Miller and still make tens of millions.
But Matt, what about the fact that Fury reached out to Eddie? You know what I'm saying? Like I am like you. The right thing to do is face Fury. But Fury's already on Good Morning Britain saying, you know, everybody knows I beat Wilder. I want to do a all Britain showdown with AJ. Come on, AJ, let's make history. Then we hear Eddie come out and say, wait, Fury contacted me already. You know what I'm saying? So like, really?
I thought he said that he contacted Fury to give him props on the fight that he fought that past weekend.
I didn't see any video. I only got the tweet that we all got from Benson inside our production where it said, you know, that him and AJ would even meet with Fury, he said. You know what I mean? So it's like, bro, we don't know what's going to happen. So as it stands, this is what I'll say, and this is how I feel due to the circumstances. I want Wilder to do what he wants, which is he wants a rematch to prove that he didn't lose. If that rematch falls apart, then I'm in agreements to fight AJ because we have deluded sheep out here that think, oh, Ness, you want Wilder to duck AJ. No, he just got business right now. You know what I'm saying? So in a perfect world, if Wilder rematches, okay, because Max played me out on First Take in front of the American public and said that Wilder took on the only two threats in the division, I will face more of Wilder's leftovers in Luis Ortiz instead of giving you a regurgitated rematch that no one wants in Dillian White.
I'll put it this way. I definitely agree that if, let's say, the Wilder Fury fight does not happen, I would much rather see Wilder AJ than Fury AJ. I think most people should be in that side of it. Just like I think most people should want to see the rematch between Wilder Fury above anything right now in the heavyweight division. That should be the consensus and not be argued at all. And if you do argue against it, I really question like your intelligence, to be honest. On top of that, I'm not going to be too hateful of the rematch with Dillian White. I know some people are. If we get Wilder versus Fury 2 and AJ fights Dillian White in a rematch, I'm completely okay and content with that. You know, if he fights Big Baby Miller, I'm completely content with that as well. You know, if he fights Luis Ortiz, I'm content with that as well. But that's really what we are looking at right now. And I think even though there is a Fury Eddie Hearn communication line right now that's back and forth, I still don't think we see Fury go and fight AJ.
I just, the big thing is I just don't want this thing to be drawn out. This sounds like the perfect plan. This is what we want, but I still feel like there's obviously things that are going to prolong it. If you get the guy to look, this is how I'm saying. Obviously, we want Wilder Fury. That's there. If we get Wilder AJ, and let's say Wilder beats AJ, then you get this whole crazy saga where you can't avoid shit because you still got Fury, Wilder. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, those guys, like the Sugar Ray Leonards, the Hagler and stuff, they work perfect because they wanted to fight each other and everything worked seamless. We're not getting that. So how do you make this? Well, we already have an attachment to Fury Wilder. We want that already. Okay. Now, if they do it, perfect. But if they don't, we really need to get them rolling. You know, we need to get that whole saga because this guy beat that guy. That guy beats. We always hear about the Durans, the Leonards, the Hagler, the Hearns, the Ali, the Frazier's. Those guys all fought each other multiple times in their primes, and they were able to fight till they were even old. We are trying to get it one time. Can we just get it one time? So that's what I'm saying. Like, please, dear goodness, like, just go out there and say, look, I want to fight this guy. This Lemieux shit, yeah, it's not a belt, but I want that. Let's go. Let's get this. Ali did it. You know, he went out there. James Jeffries did. All these guys did it. So this is so stupid. Like, it's so dumb that everyone has to pick their sides. Don't you want to see these guys fight like 3 damn times? Get your man in there. I don't care if Wilder wins or AJ wins or all this shit. I just want them to fucking fight, man. This shit is so stupid. That's why Max was looking. I'm like, you're just gonna wait? You're just gonna wait till this shit all works out. Yes! And then this whole line, you're just not gonna be part of it. You're just not gonna be part of this whole line. You just want to be over here.
To wait. Every time he wait, it's 20+ million, homeboy.
Let's go!
And again,
Let's go! I'm ready!
And again, I mentioned 3 names: Dillian White, Jarrell Miller, Luis Ortiz. That's enough fights, enough money to last you another year and a half.
That's like 3 years for us, though. Like, come on.
No, not 3 years. Stop. It's a year and a half, fam. Come on. What are you talking about?
So if we get a trilogy with Fury and Wilder, that's a whole year, okay? Yes. So then after that point, there's always going to be new heavyweights that come in. There's going to be mandatory. You don't think Pulev's not going to get in the picture? He has multiple belts. He has multiple mandatories. If he does these voluntary fights against these other guys, he's going to have the mandatories.
Are you seriously going to sit here and say that the WBO will not want to see the winner of a Wilder Fury trilogy fight?
We got Usyk in here that can just float in here. Like, we got too many
belts. You're tripping. It's not that big of a deal. It
is a big deal, Matt. It is. Why haven't we got this damn fight?
Exactly.
We have another trilogy or in the making right now. What are you talking about?
But Matt, you have to admit we've already seen them use the excuse of mandatory. Why you think they can't do it again? Pulev's a mandatory now. Dillian White's mandatory now.
But Ness, we're under the hypothetical situation of Wilder Fury in a trilogy. If they're in a trilogy, AJ has to go fight other people. He can't fight them at the same time. What are we talking about here?
But he's the A side. He asked for it.
This is what we're talking about.
I don't want him to ask for it. I don't want him to jump in the line. That's my point. I want Wilder Fury to fight it out and finish what they have and then fight AJ. I don't want AJ to jump in here. What don't you understand, Ron, about my point?
I totally
get that, but I'm painting the picture.
Meantime, fight your mandatories. Fight Pulev. Fight Big Baby. I don't give a fuck. You're in the meantime. You're not fighting Wilder Fury. They are busy.
Yes.
So you rather
get that bum AJ the fuck out of here. We want Fury. We want Fury
before we can see
2-3 years.
Wilder.
What do you mean,
AJ?
What do you mean?
And then they can run.
What do you mean 2-3 years? Honestly, we're talking about 2 fights, 2 more fights.
A trilogy. That's a whole year. Okay, you don't think at that point there's going to be other stuff, other mandatories, other weird stuff that happens?
I don't.
Dude, if
boxing works so perfect.
Hey, listen, I agree with both of you. I agree with both of you, Matt. You got to hear me out. I agree with both of you because Ron has a point. If Wilder now does this rematch that you want, right? If Wilder and AJ allow the fans not to get this fight next, hear what could possibly happen. He's right about the amount of time, because Wilder could go fight Fury. If he wins, now they're stuck in a trilogy. It's only right to give Fury another shot. You know what I mean? So, then AJ continues to do whatever he's doing over there, and the fight takes even longer. It's not like, oh, he's going to go rematch Fury, and then he's coming straight at AJ. We don't know if that's going to happen, because the Pulev mandatory could pop up even if he did knock out Fury, and Fury says, I don't want a rematch. I'm going to take some time off. I need a tune-up. Now AJ's in a Kubrat Pulev, mandatory, or Dylan White mandatory, or
Are we forgetting that Wilder has a mandatory right now, his damn self, that he hasn't fought?
Exactly Ron's point. That it could push the fight back maybe 3 years, all this extra shit.
You're adding a whole year to the timeline that does not exist. Because hold on, let me tell you the timeline, Ron. I'll give you the timeline. We have April. So that's obviously a AJ fight, right? He could fight Kubrat Pulev as a mandatory, but he fights a Dylan White or a Big Baby. Wilder Fury rematch happened around that time. Trilogy fight happens fall of next year, which is 2 weeks away now. Okay, so we're in 2019 basically. So by 12 months from now, Wilder Fury is going to be done. Theoretically.
Yeah,
they won't be fighting
Matt. Have we ever got the Lennox Lewis and Riddick Bowe fight? Did we ever get that fight? If everything worked,
that's the one everyone goes back to. That's the fight everyone goes back to. How many fights do we get? We got
how many fights
twice.
Yo, we ever get Vernon Forrest and Oscar De La Hoya? I can do multiple things.
Face mandatory.
That's the part that Matt's not getting. It's 3 belts that he's got to do a mandatory. Only the IBO lets him get a pass.
And again, the unifications take precedence. And again, every sanctioning body will run a piece of the sanctioning fee of a AJ versus Wilder Fury winner.
Matt, but if you want to paint the perfect picture, how come we didn't get Wilder and AJ after the Joseph Parker fight? It didn't happen.
They use the mandatory excuse, Matt, and that's what we're saying. They can continue to use the mandatory excuse.
Okay.
I mean, they just did it in September. They said they were negotiating. They said Wilder played hardball, so they had to deal with their mandatory. And allegedly, they even got the WBA to lie and say, oh, you got to now do this in 48 hours. All of a sudden, that 48-hour deadline never came. Remember?
Hey, Ness, what did Wilder tell us, though, man? He has no interest in negotiating that April fight. And this was before the Fury fight even happened. And now with all the controversy and all the questions about that last fight, I believe he wants that fight again. So if he really wants that fight again, then they are going to have to fight their mandatories. And they're going to have to.
AJ is literally doing a U.S. media tour to set up a Wilder fight in a year. That's literally what we're seeing right here in the ESPN First Take.
That wouldn't make sense to set it up in a year. Like, if anything, he's doing a U.S. media tour to sneak in another opponent, get his name relevant and then sneak in another opponent. But yeah, I don't think it's to set up a Wilder fight.
But a Big Baby fight in the Barclays Center in Madison Square Garden is a setup for a Wilder fight. It is. It may not be directly, but indirectly, it is 100% a setup for a Wilder fight.
How so, Matt?
Because it's him coming over to the U.S., trying to make his name known in the U.S. market, finding a U.S. fighter, a fighter that can definitely promote the fight. So, yeah, I think it's 100% a setup towards a potential Wilder fight in the U.S.
You say setup, I say duck. Anybody you fight and not name
we're in the scenario of Wilder and Fury are fighting each other 2 more times.
Okay, and that's what me and Ron are trying to tell you, right? As AJ in the driver's seat, I know, Matt, what you want. So you don't have to yell and say, oh, it's not what we know. What we're saying, rather than drag us out for possibly, I know, Matt, you're saying we're adding an extra year. So possibly 2 to 3 years.
2.
AJ, as the driver, should remove the stipulations, make a Marlon Brando-like offer to make the fight. Just to bring up the fight that you don't want to bring up, but Ron did. In that fight, there is proof of negotiations. But again, Riddick Bowe and Lennox Lewis never happened because of the money and the split. They both wanted a certain amount. So again, we need to remove stipulations is all I'm saying. Go ahead.
Hey, Ron G, let me ask Ron G.
I have a clarifying question for very, very quickly. I have a clarifying question I need for that scenario, Ness. When you say AJ, I forget the exact verbiage you used, but like to jump the line, so to speak, to come.
Brando, you got to make a nice offer.
You're talking about right now.
Right now, he should have said on ESPN, "Yo, this is the offer." You know, not I got a venue, I got a broadcaster, I got the date. What more you want me to say? No, that's not how a fight is made. Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather didn't have the venue.
I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing that part. I'm just wondering about the timing of it.
No, yeah, I want.
Again, I think we just fundamentally disagree then in that scenario. I don't want that to happen at all.
No, and listen,
AJ sitting on the sideline. That's why it just. For me, I can never agree with that scenario.
No, I hear you. And I'm just playing devil's advocate because as a Wilder fan, I want what Wilder wants. Wilder wants revenge, vengeance, clarification. But as an AJ fan, I want my rich ass champion with the network with the big ass pockets to fucking do what he know he can do.
And quickly, as boxing fans, separate from being fanboys of individual fighters, as boxing fans, you should want to see Wilder Fury have some conclusion.
Hey, now Ron, we talked earlier about Mayweather and Gotti. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Now you told me that Gotti made Mayweather jump through hoops to even get that fight, right?
Of course.
So why should AJ bend the A side, try to conform or try to do anything possible to make the fight? Why not he just give Wilder his terms and like if he takes it, he takes it. Fuck him.
Well, that's the whole thing. Maybe he can. Maybe he could just be like, fuck it. I want the belt and I'll wait it out. And then whoever beats Wilder, I'll fight that guy.
Wrong answer. He already tried that, Mike. He already tried that when he got in the media talking about I'm gonna freeze you out and know your place and I'm gonna smack you down. And now the fucking tables have turned.
And that's why he's on.
And that's no, let me finish, Matt. The tables have turned. He's not talking from the UK no more. He came to fucking America because guess what? We can't hear you over there, motherfucker. We only know you as Johnson. Now you gotta come over here and talk on US TV so we can hear you, huh? The dude with all the jewelry. Oh, I don't wear my jewelry on my neck. I wear it in the ring. Yeah, well, we don't see it. We only see one dude, and that's Tyson Fury and Deontay fucking Wilder, and he's mad.
Did somebody sell you some fake jewelry?
That's
no, man. The damn jury like a fucking touch spot with him.
They mad.
Look, let's be honest. AJ, how many times he comes over to the US, does first take stuff in regards of himself. Now Tyson Fury and Wilder is a big thing. He comes over, and that's what they ask him.
Does damage control?
He a week too late. That's right. It's damage control. Only the sheep don't know that. Hell yeah, it's damage control.
That's why you let me just jump in here. I would have said that.
Right. Hold on, Matt.
It's just riding the piggyback, riding the wave. That's all he's doing. He's riding that Wilder Fury right wave.
Doggy, go look at the video on Good Morning Britain's YouTube. Almost 2 million views, man. People are laughing at AJ in his own country. You heard him. If the public perception didn't get to him, he told you in that interview, I would still be in the Caribbean sipping pina coladas, but he can't hide no more.
He definitely did say that. He said that.
Well, guys, great discussion.
Hi, Canelo Swift.
Canelo Swift in the building.
Listen, yeah, Mike, I wasn't asleep.
I know, man. I know.
Next topic.
Caller?
Next.
Oh, you want to get to fucking Canelo again? We ain't giving Canelo enough shine, huh?
We got to get to callers or whatever else is left. I mean,
Canelo freezing out Triple G right now, right?
So how about let's get on to the next topic?
I mean, these are just headlines. We could talk about it though.
Or we can get to the callers.
I mean, whatever you guys like.
Let's get to the callers.
Yes.
Whatever you guys like. All right, so I guess we should do a little bit of
play those calls from El Camino.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Oh, Ness, man.
Yo.
I was going to tell you, man, it's the holiday season, and if people are doing shopping, they should be doing shopping through what again?
By heading over to theboxingvoice.com/affiliate sponsors and clicking on our hyperlink. Now, look, this is obviously a fan-driven show, so if you click on that hyperlink, save it, bookmark it, share it, and everybody uses it, we get a little kickback. It costs you absolutely nothing. You do your normal shopping, and you are helping your favorite podcast. We give you hours and hours and hours of enjoyment, and the least you can do is use our absolutely free little Amazon link there. And yeah, so we're going to go out to El Camino.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
All right, we're going to go out.
These calls are brought to you by...
Stop that. Amber. Remember Amber from the Appreciation Night? Let's go out to California. Info Joe, talk to me.
Mr. Info Joe. Tell
them the truth, Joe. Tell them the truth.
This portion of the show we call In the
Mr.
Know,
Info Joe.
presented by my brother.
Tell them the truth, Joe. Tell them the truth.
And we can talk about it though, or he gets the others. You guys like? They got all others.
Yo.
You guys like?
Info Joe, what's up, homie?
I know that's Joe. He must be busy. We'll get to Troy in Baltimore. Talk to me.
Uh-oh. Hey, Ray. It's Troy 2-0.
Yes. Can you hear me?
I barely hear you over Mike cutting you off before you even started.
I can't cut him off if he didn't start.
He don't like that you don't like Wilder.
I mean, I like Troy though. I'm happy with Troy calls.
Oh, okay, but y'all listen. You eating up my time. Can you hear me or not? Yes or no?
Well, we started the clock. You better go.
Okay, cool. Nestor, you sound very confused tonight, brother. First you say AJ is hiding, then you say he's ducking, then you say he's begging, then which one is it? Is he hiding, ducking, or begging? Make your point. Because I'm confused on what you're saying the man is doing. How do you hide, duck, and beg?
The answer is D, all of the above.
Quit ducking this.
Thank you, Matt.
Yes.
I didn't hear what Matt said. Matt, you got to put some bass in your voice. What did you say?
I said the answer is D, all of the above.
No. Explanation, my friend. I only have a little bit of time. Explain how a man hides.
I'm not going to explain it.
Begs.
I'm not going to explain it. That's not my point.
First of all, if you're hiding, why would you beg for something that you're hiding from? That makes no sense. That's contradictory.
All different parts of the timeline, Troy. We already had this conversation on another show. You're whack.
No, we didn't. Because
your angle is whack. Different parts of the timeline. Different parts of the timeline.
Yeah, that's my point. You just posted a thing with Joe Rogan, and here you are, this guy that talks boxing, but you're using Joe Rogan, who don't know shit about boxing because he's with the MMA.
Joe Rogan got you sheep all mad. Joe Rogan got you sheep all mad.
You went the whole block mad at Joe Rogan, boy.
Because you were sheep also, because all you are, man, is someone that repeat what Wilder says. You were basically Kermit the Frog. And Wilder, was Jim Henson, and he had his hand up your ass, and you just repeating everything he says.
I repeat, Wilder.
How many times have I told you, brother?
And every quote we do a show on.
Objective. You must be objective, man. You must be objective when you speak. I mean, if you want to Spanglish this up, I could do Spanish too. Surprise. But I'm saying.
Do it in Spanish. Tell me in Spanish how AJ's not ducking.
But you have to be
¿Qué tú
objective,
dices?
man.
Háblame en español, ándale.
You have to be objective when you do these things, because I understand what you're trying to do, the whole Howard Stern thing to piss people off, but that's played out, man. You a much smarter brother than that. Just be fair when you speak, and then speak.
Fair.
Because you can't explain how someone's hiding from you and then say he's begging you.
Make the fight.
Begging you for what if he's hiding?
Make the fight.
Huh?
Make the fight.
Exactly. If AJ's people or Joshua's people is the one that's been making the offers. I don't recall ever hearing.
Gotta
Heyman.
go. See you later. I specifically didn't cut you off so that I could fucking get you out of here as soon as the bell rang with your whack ass.
See, Troy, man, you gotta sign up for that fucking boomerang, bro. You come right back on, and keep talking that shit. But you ain't got that status, homie.
Troy, you know you ain't whack. It's just that, like, yo, that shit is corny, man. It's played out to me already. That same old rhetoric. Like, we all know it's different parts of the timeline. How could you hide, duck, and beg? Okay, because you was hiding when Wilder said no more hiding. Okay, then you was ducking when Wilder accepted 15 million flat, and now you're begging when Wilder and Tyson Fury did a pay-per-view. Did that explain it for you? I ain't want to cut you off to explain. You see how simple that was? Get your ass out of here. You better come correct, little man. What's wrong with you? I know who's going to do better. My man in Malaysia. All my Malaysians. I know that ain't even a word, but I'm still saying it. Stand up, Vito. What it do?
Vito.
Yeah. What's up?
Vito. Vito.
Sorry.
Be great for me. Be great for me. Let your hands go, Vito. Do better than this guy, Troy, because he ain't making the AJ protectors look good.
Sure. I'm gonna do better. For that last caller that just the guy that just called, let me correct something. A statement you made. Ness is no ship. Ness is an upgrade. It's a donkey, actually. When that character ready to jack up, so he's a donkey. It's an upgrade from a sheep. But anyways, Ness, actually, think of the things you're saying. You're not making any sense. I challenged you the other time to go listen to your shows, but you're just not making any sense. And it's as if you pick a line from the whole interview and then just paint a narrative out of it. Now, to Ron, you said something about Wilder. AJ not pushing the Fury out of the equation. But listen, this is the thing, he's not pushing anything. He's saying he's going for undisputed. That's what he's saying. He's not saying that he wouldn't fight Fury. He said anyone can have that walk. He's not saying, so don't say he's pushing Fury out. No, that's not true.
So
And
my quick question, I'm gonna ask you because you talked to me. I acknowledge saying yes, he wants to be undisputed, but if he can't get Wilder, what's wrong with Fury?
Sorry?
If he can't get the Wilder fight, what's wrong with Fury?
Yeah, he said if he can get Wilder, he has made that clear in several interviews that if he can fight either one of them. And what Ness is saying that AJ is ducking or AJ is not relevant anymore. Let me tell you one simple fact. If Tyson Fury is the most relevant right now, and if Tyson Fury decides to go the AJ route, Wilder will be frozen out. He will be back to Ortiz or Brazil. You don't think things through. Man, that's my call.
Vito,
let's start thinking. You're not thinking.
I'm glad they said that's your call. I didn't want to cut you off. I know I'm not thinking because my name is Nestor Gibbs and I'm on a YouTube channel, but I guess Max Kellerman's also not thinking on ESPN's First Take when he told AJ in his face that no one's thinking about him. Like, go watch it. That's the problem. You're saying I'm taking a line? No, we can't get copyrighted for playing the whole fucking interview, but they dug into him, my friend. They dug into him. They let him know that he was not the man anymore. I didn't say it. Kellerman said it. Why are you mad at me for? Jeez, what'd I do?
Quickly, Ron, AJ did go on like 30 seconds after that to say, if you guys want me to fight Tyson Fury, I'll fight him for that lineal belt. So
no, I know, and I acknowledge that, and I said that, and I'm just saying, like, the whole thing is like, oh, this lineal belt, or you want me to fight? Many people think Fury won, so why wouldn't you fight the guy that the public perception? You should be going after that guy. But if the public perception thinks Wilder lost,
he knows it's a hard fight, bro. It's like I've been saying from the beginning before Wilder ever fought Fury. Fury is the tougher fight. The mover, bro. He's so big still moving around the ring for 12 fucking rounds. Who wants to deal with that? AJ, no, he don't want to deal with it. And Wilder only want to deal with it because of public perception. The same reason AJ took a fucking plane over here. Public perception. No different. If the world thought Wilder would have knocked out Fury, you think he'd be wanting a rematch? No. He was going to keep it moving, but that ain't what the world thinks. So he want to do it again because he's a prideful dude. You know, it's that simple. Let me get to Jonathan Miranda.
Yo, what's up?
What up? Where you calling in from?
Hey, I'm from Long Beach.
Long Beach. What up? What up?
Hey, Hey, Matt, the other guy.
Yeah, Matt's here.
What up?
Hey, as Takashi would say, you stupid.
Stupid.
Bro, most of y'all, all of
Hey,
y'all,
free
first of all, all
6ix9ine.
of y'all are tripping. All of y'all are tripping on Ramirez.
Oh shit!
Who the fuck is that guy?
Who
the fuck is that guy?
Hey, that's why Canelo knows who Gilberto Ramirez is. That's why he chose Rocky Fielding. The way you Ramirez, right? You gotta punch him. You got to fight from the outside. That's how Hart did so well in the first round. But what you find out is when you come in on the inside, which is usually a weakness for tall people, that's his strength. That's why Canelo can't fight Ramirez. That's why Hart's going to get his ass beat come Friday. So if you bet, honestly, I want you to bet on Hart Saturday or whenever, next time you have your show, I want to call in so I can laugh.
Hey, how about
all the money you got?
Hey, look, how about you bet me?
Ooh.
How much?
So we could do 100, 200. It's up to you.
Why it got to be so big? Make a simple bet. Make a $10
That's Danny's.
bet.
That's Danny Swift
Yo,
right there, just so you know.
not everybody got a fucking $100 to just throw away on gamble land.
I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, Fred,
bet Danny Swift.
I don't have $100 to just throw.
Hell, me neither, bro. I ain't no college student. Got no fucking $100 to bet. This guy's over here playing big bank.
No, man, he over here disrespecting Canelo like he wouldn't fuck up that dude.
He ain't disrespecting Canelo.
That's what it was.
That's his opinion.
So much.
You shouldn't push his opinion to change because he ain't got 100. Like, that's his opinion.
Danny writing for his man right there.
I create my own waves. I don't ride no one else's wave.
That's right. Tell him, Miranda. Yo, this your first time calling in?
No, it's actually my second time. I called a while back, but it was like at the tail end of the show.
Cool. Well, is that the only fight that you're interested in this week? Is Ramirez?
I mean, also Canelo Fielding. Canelo, there's no way Canelo gets a knockout. I mean,
money
I
on
don't
that.
even. Canelo's not. No one considers him a knockout artist. I mean, the only way he knocks someone out is like Amir Khan with a glass chin. I don't think Rocky Fielding has a glass chin. Maybe he's not top level super middleweight, but I mean, to get knocked out, I don't think so. I think it goes a distance for sure.
Whoa,
yo,
hold on. Look,
how
look.
many Rocky Fielding fights did you watch?
His only fight of note, he got finished in the first round
by Callum Smith.
But that's like the Lubin shit. Like, we got to see. Like, maybe that was just it. Like,
all right,
Jacobs, same thing. It's like
Pirog wasn't some guy. Like Pirog was a great prospect at the time. Come on,
yo, my man saying that Rocky is in the top super middle, but he thinks Gilberto is. That's hilarious to me.
I mean, Gilberto has a better win than Rocky. Like, Zorga was, I don't know who, The only Zorga I know is like, you probably don't watch this show. It's on Bravo TV. But anyway, man. Gilberto does not have the better. I mean, Gilberto has the better resume over Rocky. Like, Rocky lost to Callum, only has that Zorga dude, and at least Gilberto has Hart, but Hart is a prospect. But then it's like Matt said, he also has Abraham, which is like a veteran, old school former champ.
He could have the better wins. He's still not a top super. I can name you at least five better super middleweights than Gilberto Ramirez.
Do it.
I mean, there's a lot though. I mean, Caleb Plant, David Ramirez, Usain.
Hold on, Ness. Caleb Plant, Jose Uzcategui, David Benavidez, Callum Smith, and Saturday night Canelo Alvarez. That's 5.
Yo, but Jose Uzcategui, to be fair, only has one win in that division, and that's over what, Andre Durrell or Anthony Durrell? No, Andre Durrell, who is questionable. You know what I mean? Like his entire career since the Abraham loss is questionable.
Yo,
you know?
To be honest, Porky Medina is better than Gilberto Ramirez.
Yo, you're high. You're high.
I get what just happened, guys. It went over my head. My man called in, Jonathan Miranda. Shout out to you for pissing off Alvarez.
Big mad.
No, he pissed off Alvarez. If you compare Gilberto to Canelo, you know what I mean. That's what got this guy sweating. Plus,
Bro,
he got
speaking facts.
No, you got a Scully too. That's what it is. Yeah, hot. I get it.
Nah, Porky Medina ain't even a top 10 super middleweight right now. What are you talking about? When's his last win? He's been losing every fight recently. What are you talking about, fam?
Yo, he's like that dude. He's like Menard right now. He's known for losing.
But he also fought the best 2 super middleweights. Maybe
and he lost to them.
You can't say you lose. Like I could go fight them and I'll lose. Does that make me top? I'll for sure lose. That's damn sure.
That makes Augusto de Carras like the greatest fighter of all time because he fought everyone.
I'm top, man. Put me in the ring. I'll get knocked the fuck out in 1 minute, 1 second before I even get in the ring. Curtis Harper style. But does that make me? No. I'll get a DQ.
Bro, you're not even 168 soaking wet. What you talking about?
It don't matter, bro. That theory just doesn't make sense. When you lose to the
I'm saying Gilberto Ramirez is not a top 5 super middleweight.
Yes, he is.
All right. Coming from the cat that just said he was going. So then Jesse Hart is top 5 too. Jesse Hart's top 5.
I hate that he ain't top 5.
I'm talking to you, Matthew.
Hey yo, he went full first name. Oh shit,
Daniel. If Jesse Hart beats Gilberto Ramirez tomorrow night,
you picked him to win. You picked him to win. So
I know that. Yo, Daniel, let me talk, man. Daniel, you're hot. Daniel, hot. Let me talk. Daniel, I said 3 words. I said 3 words. I didn't say one sentence. Calm down, Canelo Swift. When Jesse Hart beats Gilberto Ramirez tomorrow, he will supplant him in the rankings, obviously. Just like Caleb Plant, to me, is not a top 5 super middleweight until he beats Jose Uzcategui. Like, these guys have not proven it thus far.
Yo.
I see what you're saying, Matt.
Just like Canelo. Canelo, you can't rate him over anyone right now. Why? Because the fight hasn't happened yet. And on top of that, Rocky Fielding, he beats Rocky Fielding. He's better than what Gilberto Ramirez has done in the division. Fuck out of here, dog. Come on, you high.
So you mean to tell me
Black and Miles.
You mean
Gilberto ain't really done that much in
Arthur Abraham is better than Rocky Fielding.
When did he fight him though? He fought him towards the end of Abraham's career.
The version of Arthur Abraham is better than Rocky Fielding.
So the version Chris Eubank fought is better than Rocky Fielding.
Yes.
Okay.
Yo, check it out. Your logic is saying that before the Kell Brook fight, you couldn't say Errol Spence was a top welterweight, right?
No, you could because the Chris had jury.
How?
Chris had jury, Leonard Bundu.
He didn't win no title.
I just gave you him.
All right, but you're giving people that have got their ass beat.
Caleb Plant's a top 10 super middleweight. He's not top 5. He will be, maybe, if he beats Uzcategui.
So who's your top 5?
Spence was top 10 welterweight at the time before he beat Kell Brook, and then he beat him.
Who's your top 5? At 168.
At 168, Callum Smith,
dead or alive,
Ramirez, David Benavidez, and then everyone else. Let's be honest. What are you talking about, fam?
Hold on, man. You got the Jose thing. Jose.
Then a Plant. Then a Jesse Hart. Man.
DeGale's still in there. DeGale's still relevant.
In there.
Right,
no.
Top 10?
Mike.
Top 10. No, we said top 5. We said
Who wins, Chris Eubank or Rocky Fielding?
Yo, Caleb Truax is a better super middleweight than fucking Gilberto Ramirez. You shit.
You are tripping, man.
Is you shitting me?
Now, Ron G, if that fight was at 160, I would go with Eubank Jr. But
160.
I know, but at 168, Eubank to me is just too small for that division. I'm sorry.
Okay, how about George Groves? Why are we forgetting about George Groves?
Eubank beats Rocky Fielding, by the way. I know I didn't. So? Yeah, Eubank definitely beats Rocky Fielding. What are we talking about? Stop.
I think he's
it's a short notice tune-up for a reason.
Okay. All right, man. We'll see Saturday, man. He could come out and like have a fight of his life.
Eubank Jr. knock out Rocky Fielding. I'm gonna say that too.
Hold on. Yo, according to Matt Stats, 2.5 months is a short notice tune-up.
Yes, you know why? Because
we
didn't think Canelo was going to fight in December against Rocky Fielding. Until
he was
Oh,
fighting
it was
in
announced
December,
2.5 fucking months ago, though. How the fuck is that short notice?
Yeah, that ain't short notice, though, Matt. That's 10 weeks.
Okay.
It was announced October.
Okay, Daniel. I know you're heated because some caller bigged up Gilberto Ramirez.
Logic ain't logic.
You're arguing semantics about short notice. Okay, he's a tune-up. He's a showcase. Are you disputing that? No.
I'll call it.
What are you arguing about, Daniel?
It's the first fight of the week.
You need to take the Scully off.
After that's Caleb Plant. What you talking about?
Take the Scully off. You're hot. You're heated, bro. You need to cool off.
Ness, what's up with homie? Are you gonna grab the bull by the fucking horns or what, homie?
No, let's do business. Let's do business.
Let him go at it. This is
Look, listen.
session. Let the best man win.
Check it out. I'm gonna give you all this money.
Drop 3 times.
Danny, let's talk business. I'm gonna give you the biggest, most lucrative sporting contract known to today. It's 11 fights. Your first fight is gonna be a fucking tough one. Fuck no, it's gonna be a tune-up.
Bro, I'm not arguing that he's a tune-up. My whole thing is, don't tell me, oh, I can name you 5 super middleweights. You name me 3.
So beating a tune-up makes you top 5. Beating a tune-up makes you top 5. Beating a tune-up makes you top 5 now. Interesting. I didn't know that.
I never did I say Rocky was top 5.
Canelo after this weekend's top 5. Yes, you did. You said that. Canelo Swift.
Before this weekend, he top 5 super middleweight. The fuck wrong with you?
Nothing. Get the fuck out of here.
So he ain't fought at the super middleweight division before?
Before is not 168.
Is it middleweight? Because last time I checked, the middleweight limit's 160.
It's not super middleweight.
How the fuck is it not?
It's called a catchweight, homie.
Under what division? Under the super middleweight fucking division. What the fuck?
But it's that means middleweight fucking bout, homie. What are you talking about?
That's a super middleweight bout.
Okay.
160 pounds is a middleweight limit. So when you go over the limit, guess what the fuck it is now? Super middleweight.
Called a catchweight, Canelo Swift. Take the beanie off. You're hot. You're heated.
Canelo's a
catchweight. Disrespecting your fighter, fanboy. Get out. Get out of here.
Hold on. Rocky Fielding was a short notice, but the fight was announced 10 weeks ago tomorrow. But it was short notice, though.
I already agreed that you were right about that. But that's not
all right, gentlemen.
Canelo Swift.
Calm down.
Make the beanie off.
God damn, Jack Reese. The fight been over with.
You
Stop
know,
this
you
motherfucking
know.
fight. Stop the shit, Jack. Stop it.
You heated.
We're moving on. We're gonna go back to Info Joe and see does he's got his shit together out there in California.
Mr. Info Joe.
Tell the truth, yo. Tell the truth.
This portion of the show we call In the
Mr.
Know,
Info Joe.
presented by my brother.
Tell the truth, yo. Tell the truth.
Smoke another black and mild, Canelo.
Everybody on the panel. Yo, Ron and Matt, you guys were, I agree with both of you guys as far as Wilder and AJ. Now, in a perfect world, Matt, I would like to see Wilder face Fury again because he does have unfinished business like Ness says. But if I got to wait another year or 2 to see Wilder AJ, fuck the Fury fight, go straight for AJ. That's the, I can't see us talking about this shit like a fucking soap opera for another 2 years about Wilder and AJ. So if it's going to take another 2 years, I would say scrap the Fury fight and take the AJ fight. Put me down for Canelo. I think it's going to go to a decision, of course. But I think he's doing this fighting this bigger guy to get acclimated to fighting bigger fighters like Andrade, Jacobs, and Jamal. They're all bigger than Canelo, and I think this is going to kind of help him out when it comes to challenging those guys. Put me down for Jesse Hart. I do agree with who I forgot who said he does look like he is improved in his last few fights. But Gilberto Ramirez, he's a good fighter, but he's a slow fighter. If Jesse Hart was smart, he would jump on Ramirez early and win those earlier rounds to get a decision. I think that Sadam Ali, this is a good comeback fight for him. And what else we got on the card, y'all? Tomorrow. What's another? Oh, you know, Toronto Johnson and Lemieux. Lemieux only does bad with boxers, and Johnson is not a boxer. He's a come forward fighter too. It should be a fan-friendly fight, and I will give it to Lemieux to knock Johnson out in the 7th and 8th round. What else? Man, good weekend of boxing, man. Hold up, next, I just want to say shout out to my son. He just graduated this week from Arizona State University, and I told him to listen. So I
Big ups to your son, man. Big ups to your son.
My generation, man.
Hey,
Thanks, man.
Joe.
First up, yo.
Congratulations, brother, on your son, man. Hope mines can do the same. How did you say you were picking that Hart Ramirez fight? Did you get there?
Yeah, I'm going with Hart for decision.
The panel didn't influence you?
No, I've been watching Hart in his last few fights, so he has improved to me, in my opinion. And Ramirez is good, man. He's a slow starter, man. But if he doesn't clip Hart, I think Hart has a good chance to win by decision.
Well, Info Joe, thank you for calling in. We're going out to Joshua, Oregon. Talk to me. (504) 218. 504 218. Going once. Twice.
3 times. You out of there, homie.
Mastermind on Skype. Javier. Talk to me.
Javier.
Yo. Hey, I'm going to go against conventional wisdom. And you know what? I ain't even going to speak on AJ and Wilder. I'm going to keep that shit where it's at. I'm going and go talk about my nigga Jesse. Hey, put my nigga Jesse in the top 5. Stop fucking playing.
Jesse who?
God. Jesse Hart, nigga. Fuck.
Okay, my bad. I'm just checking, homie. My bad. I thought you talking about Jesse James, somebody.
Mike, keep playing, Mike. You know who Jesse is. Don't play
Top
with
5 gunslingers of all time. My bad.
I'm done fucking with you. Hey, Mike, go to sleep. Go back to sleep. I'm done talking to you. Go back.
Y'all done woke me up, goddammit.
Yeah, because your punk ass was asleep. Hey, anyways, Danny, get out your goddamn feelings. You can't put Canelo in no top 5 after being Rocky, bitch ass. Shit, Jesse will smoke Rocky out, nigga. I don't know what the fuck y'all think got going on. My nigga Jesse be coming out of that meat.
You got a shitty ass connection, Mastermind.
Smoke.
Shitty ass point, shitty ass connection. Just shitty ass out the.
Oh, Jesse Hart does demolish Rocky Fielding, right?
Yeah, I ain't arguing.
We don't know about demolish because it depends how his power. I mean, look, Jesse Hart, you just don't know like where his power's at this point. You know what I'm saying?
His knockout ratio is like 90%. What are you talking about?
But, I mean, he was hitting Gilberto with everything.
And
His
Gilberto
knockout ratio is but Matt, his knockout ratio is as high versus tin cans. Like versus Gilberto, he ain't even put him down.
But he did hurt him. But I will say that Gilberto's never shown any signs of being weak or like not lacking durability.
Yo, why would he get hurt fighting people like you?
That makes sense. Matt's like not even in his weight class.
That joke
He's fighting bums. I'm not saying you a bum. I'm just saying he fighting people that's as relevant as you are.
I mean, you kind of are calling him a bum. You know, like in the real sense. I mean, but like a bum.
Bro, look, Ness ain't bullshitting, bro.
Yo, you are too loud into
Look,
the mic. How many times I
look.
tell you such a high head right now?
Yo,
that's that one caller. Hey, yo, shout out to Jonathan Miranda. You got this boy hot.
On fire.
Yo, he's still heated. It's okay, man.
Calm down, homie. It's gonna be all right.
You know what it is, guys? Hey, he ran out of Black and Milds. I understand it, man. I get it. I get it.
What happens if Rocky beats Canelo? Like, what?
Stop. Come on.
Oh, Ron loves playing that soundbite, and every time it's funny because every time he plays it,
who's
he's adding it to that. Like, what if someone beats someone? It's like, yo, them other things don't happen.
Shut up, X-Files.
Anyways, callers.
Callers. All right. So we are going. Javier, are you there or what? You're gonna get your call in order, my friend.
Canelo might get knocked out.
I guess he really dropped off in that connection. We're gonna go to Oliver. Is this Oliver in Bermuda calling in on Skype, or we got a new Oliver here on Skype?
Yeah, it's me. Can you hear me?
Oh, the same Oliver?
Yep, same one.
Oh shit! What up, brother?
How's everyone?
All good, all good. Great
Good,
call, by the way. Sounds very clear. Skype is probably better for you.
Good. I just have a couple questions. What do you think? Who do you think Canelo should fight after he fights? After he beats Fielding?
Daniel Jacobs.
Any of the champions for Charlo.
Okay.
Later Alvarez.
Okay.
175.
Whatever. All right. So, what's the likelihood of Tevin Farmer fighting Lomachenko after this fight?
Low, very low.
0.0001.
Different divisions.
Okay. I mean, honestly, that's something that I would like to see personally. I know I give Eddie Hearns and Dazn and those cats a hard time, but I am glad that they're giving fighters like Tevin Farmer a shot. So I really have nothing to say. Y'all know how I feel about the whole AJ Wilder, Tyson Fury trio. So I really appreciate you guys putting on quality shows. Keep it up. That's my call.
Oliver, thanks for calling in. Let me know in the chat when you're ready to get back on your boomerang status. We're gonna go to Sal.
Whoa. Javier say he's ready.
Javier, talk to me.
You can hear me now?
We hear you now.
Hey,
See,
man.
Javier, if it wasn't for Michael's sleepy ass, you'd still be on hold.
Here we go.
That's where he belongs.
Ooh, man, fuck out of here. Hey, Danny, let me tell you something, Danny. How you give a nigga top 5 in a division he ain't fought in yet?
Who you talking about?
Canelo. You talking about Canelo?
I mean, Canelo
That
has
nigga
fought
don't know
at the
what I'm
super
talking
middleweight division.
What?
Yeah, he kind of has. He fought Chavez Jr.
At the super middleweight division.
Man, he fought Chavez.
This is stupid.
He's still technically at the middleweight division.
Yeah, he in the top 10 of Daniel's record because Chavez is Mexican, so he's got to be top 10.
Not top 10, top 5. Top
I don't even like Chavez. You couldn't even name me 5. So what the fuck you talking about? Look,
it doesn't
I'm
matter.
saying Chavez is top 5.
Top 3.
I'm saying Canelo is. Caleb Plant is.
I mean, to be fair, this is Javi's call. It's Javier's call.
I know what's going on, bro. The niggas that Danny fuck with, you know, Caleb Plant is nigga. He throwing that nigga in the top 5 already.
Top 2. That was the second name he mentioned.
Top 2 in your book, to be honest. It's Canelo and Plant.
It sound exactly like what you doing with Jesse Hart.
Nigga, I said Jesse just fucking had a good fight with Gilberto. You talking about the knockdown he had?
Oh, so losses make you top 5 now.
I told you, had a good fight with a top fighter in the damn division, bro.
So losses make you top 5.
And he finna get it back. You know what? Fuck it, he finna get it back. What's poppin'? What you want to do? He finna get that shit back. Where he gonna be when he beat Gilberto tomorrow?
Yo, you seen the odds? You should have waited till today. You seen what it is today?
It was like 550 under now.
He a plus 550.
I want to talk to him out there. I want to get my shit back.
And a plus 7 knockout. Damn.
Javi, what were the odds that you bet? What were the odds that you got?
350, I think. Was it 350?
Oh my God.
Now he got it like at 200. He got it like at 200.
Whoa. I'm
200.
sorry.
No, it was like 280. Got it at a plus 280 or a plus 300.
Hey, you know what's funny, man? I knew the odds were going up today, and I told Ness, put that money in now. So if Hart wins, Javi could win less money.
He fucking lying.
My nigga. You acting like that?
Yo, that's crazy, Javi. Yo, that's crazy.
Damn, they hating on you, Javi, like that, homie.
Plotting on me. I ain't know you was plotting on me, my nigga.
They plotting on your fucking downfall, homie.
Yeah, pray on my downfall.
Hey, Javi.
What's poppin'?
You know what else? I hope Tua and Nick Saban get in a car accident and Bama
Man,
just fucking
fuck
blows
you,
it.
nigga.
Damn, Tua and Nick Saban.
I hope Canelo get a goddamn Ebola before the fight.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck they talking about on this show, man? Y'all starting to talk about aliens and shit. When y'all start talking aliens, we gonna have to play the soundbite, man.
Hey, did y'all address the shiner below Canelo's eye?
Yo,
It's a
that,
scratch.
That shit
It's a
don't
scratch.
mean that he was spawned.
I'm
man.
just saying, man. Everybody brought it like it was a big deal, and I told the guy that hit the boxing voice inbox. I was just like, man, high level sparring. He's just getting ready for his fight, and he's not trying to like cut corners. So
Floyd Mayweather had a black eye, man. If Floyd could get a black eye, Canelo could get a black eye.
absolutely.
Canelo just ain't got no melanin. That's all. Call us.
Yo, I'm over here trying to add people, B. Like I'm always working, B. But let me go out to Joseph in Texas. What up?
What up, TVV? Y'all doing all right tonight?
Yes, sir. What's going on, Joseph?
Yeah. Hey, Mike. I know you and Ness watched First Take. Did y'all notice that AJ really? That's how I know it's getting to him. He went in there talking about, oh, let's not talk about stats, pay-per-view numbers, and sales.
Yeah,
But
he was
what
like,
that
let's
the
not
premise
talk
of
about
their
it.
initial argument?
Yeah, that was the premise of their argument, saying how much more they sell. Now they don't want to talk numbers and shit.
Yeah, now we don't want to talk numbers. We don't got to talk about that, man. Look,
Bro, he can't fucking win for losing. You guys bash him about talking numbers, and then when he come on the fucking show, like, hey man, I don't want to talk. Let's just make the fight. I ain't trying to talk about who the A side.
No, bro, he not saying let's just make the fight. He's saying I got a date, I got a venue. If you really want to fight me, come meet me over here. Tell him go play in his sandlot by his fucking self.
Take his ball back.
and that was Let him go over there and fight the white Chisora women. Hey, but real quick, what was y'all gonna bring up about Keith Thurman? I don't think y'all ever got to that topic.
Oh yeah, that's right. Keith Thurman said he's still the best at 147, and he gonna prove that with a knockout of Josecito Lopez. And y'all already know what it is.
You better not duck me, son. You better not duck me, son.
The king
And you see, nobody brought it up because nobody thought that it was a relevant topic to bring up. I just added it to the thing because I know Ness is a Keith Thurman fanboy, so I thought that make him feel better.
The king is back. Your boy is back. Remember, Hov had that song. Your boy is back. The bounce is back. Wait till my man come. January 26th is going down.
That's what I know.
Yeah, I know you know that, Joseph. I know.
I
know.
Hey, Joseph, boy, you better, boy. Look here, man. You better have Joseph. I like you, man. I really like you, homie. Don't start no shit, homie.
Real quick before I go, Mike, did you see De La Hoya just came out with the response to Dana White? He said, "Let's get in the ring, Cinco de Mayo weekend, man."
I heard that shit. Yeah. I definitely seen that.
That's what I'm talking about, Oscar. That's what. Yo, show him that Chicano shit. Yo, now we could talk about that.
Man.
Now we could talk about. See, I ain't want to talk about Dana.
But Ness, no, we can't. He said a UFC match, not a boxing match.
Oh no, fuck that. We ain't talking about that shit. Fuck that shit. Hey,
the one I saw said he said in the ring.
Yeah, Oscar said boxing. Ring and the octagon are different.
My
So
bad.
the ring-
I thought he said
Yes.
octagon.
You're right,
My
Ron.
bad.
The ring octagon, very different. Ring has 4 sides, octagon has 8.
Oh,
really? Damn.
I ain't talk about it.
Time.
It's a ring.
Hey, but I told you, man.
I thought he meant like ring, like a finger, like the ones you put on your fingers.
Come on, Mike, you all chopping over motherfucking Joseph. I know he from.
How you gonna blame Mike? All these motherfuckers talking, and you gonna blame Mike?
Still talking.
It is mainly you, Mike. It is mainly you.
Man.
No, but hey,
You still there? Go ahead, player.
oh no, like I said, man, I told you Dana White was gonna catch some left hooks, man. If he wasn't careful, talking greasy. But that's it, man. Y'all have a good one, and appreciate the call, man.
Yo, I just noticed. So, Matt, you want to make a little side bet on Ustataki? You think he's going to take out Plant?
I mean, Canelo Smith is talking some shit. He's bigging up his man. And look, I like Caleb Plant. I've interviewed him a few times. He's a great guy. Obviously met him at the TBV party in Vegas a few years back as well. Nothing against him, but a little friendly wager. I'll pick Uzgatigi. Yeah.
Just to make it interesting for Daniel Swift? Or you really think Ustatsky is going to win?
I think Uzgatigi should be a favorite.
I don't know why everybody's so high on that dude.
Danny, what are the odds for that fight? What are the odds for that fight?
So we were just looking earlier. I mean,
They're not out yet.
They're not out yet.
Really?
But I mean, the fight's a month out.
Less than a month, or almost just a little bit over.
No, it's a month today.
What's the day of the fight? 16th?
13th.
13th.
Month
Oh.
today. But they're not out yet. But
You
then
nervous?
Not at all.
I mean, you seem to know everything about this fight. Seems like you're following it very closely and tight. You
I mean,
just at the gym with Caleb Plant.
Nervous?
Did we not just look at odds? But then again, the odds for Ryan Garcia and David Lemieux and the entire undercard for Saturday just dropped today.
Okay.
2 days out.
Yeah,
So
which is whack. They need to give us time.
nah, but like I said, I think truthfully speaking, I think Caleb's the best boxer at super middleweight. And I was just in the gym, saw him spar, and
So you're saying that your opinion can be influenced because you was just in the gym and saw him spar.
I'm saying that me and Matt got a $20 bet on the fight.
On top of that, I just want to add to that point about being the best boxer in the division. I can definitely see the logic behind saying that he's the best pure boxer in the division. I would argue that he's like a Tevin Farmer, where obviously the talent boxing-wise is there. Extreme talent. But the overall package to compete with other elite guys in the division, obviously in comparison with Tevin Farmer, Miguel Berchelt, for example. I might still pick a Miguel Berchelt over a Tevin Farmer, regardless of the difference in pure boxing ability. With Caleb Plant, Uzcategui, I might pick Uzcategui over Caleb Plant because he has other aspects of his game besides just pure boxing ability that could make a fight for Caleb Plant very difficult.
Well, there's no might. The bet's made $20.
Yeah, obviously, yes.
All right, all right, all right. Well, then let's get to these callers. We're gonna get to who's been there. We went to Vita. We're going to Tibbs. Holler at me on Skype.
What's going on, Ness? What's going on, people?
What's going on?
All right, let me just quickly run down because I ain't got that much time. Canelo, he's gonna knock out Fielding in the first 4 rounds, if you ask me. I was actually at his fight in Liverpool when he fought Callum Smith when he got mollywopped. It was just terrible. I was actually there supporting my boy O'Hara Davis, if you sort of know him. Going to the AJ thing, Ness, you're going way overboard with the jury thing, bro. Like, it's not that deep. You know what I'm saying? But please school me. Like, he said he wants to fight, right? And he's saying that he wants to fight. But what's wrong with having a super fight, like booking the venue and date? Like, I'm actually asking. I don't know what's wrong with that.
Just not how typical negotiation work. They normally come together and decide what's the best venue to go to.
And the way you find out the best venue is by allowing each venue to auction, put in their highest bid. Hence, why Wilder Fury ended up in LA.
You know what? Like, I don't know whether this is true or not. I heard the Wilder Fury happened in LA specifically because like there was no more venues. Like, this is what I was told.
Not true.
I don't know.
That's not true at all. That's not true at all.
No.
No. So
was it the MGM or the LA?
So the top venues that were expected were booked for that specific date. Were available later in the month. I know Barclays had Michelle Obama on the first, and then the T-Mobile
Justin Timberlake as well, isn't it?
Right, at the T-Mobile, but there were still like 2 venues available in Vegas, and on that date, and they had other venues available throughout the month, both in New York, Vegas, LA.
Okay, fair enough. Well, that's some clarity on that. And lastly, before I go, I know you don't really care about UK fighters, but Ness or any one of you, who do you lot think wins out of Chisora and White? I know you don't care, but I'm just asking.
Dillian White.
Well, we're obviously going to break that down next week as well.
It's too soon. I don't know why there's this misconception that we're not going to preview all the fights. Like, people say, oh, you're not talking about Canelo. Like, every Thursday is a preview show to whatever weekend fights.
And it's Sunday to review.
And honestly, from the sparring footage that I seen with
Brian
Chisora and Brian Jennings, I think Chisora is doing everything he can and should do to try to pull this off. And don't forget, He's cleaned up his lifestyle, so he's
He's a good underdog if you want to bet on him. He's like a minus 200 and some change.
That ain't bad. And I'm of the opinion that the first fight was a draw. I didn't think Dillian White did enough to win.
I said minus. I meant to say plus. He's a plus 230, so he's a good underdog to bet on if you're interested in him. I mean, he's a little old for me. I know he turned it around and he's off the booze and all of that. I just don't know what's that going to mean in the actual ring. But Tibbs, thank you for calling in. We're going to go out to Majid in Orlando, Florida.
Hey, what up, man? I called in for one. I think that Canelo, I think that he gonna fuck Fielding up bad, you know. But I feel like this just a fight for him to get another belt in the weight class, just to say he did it, you know, nothing else. And then filling all those fights he got to do for Dazn. But yeah, with this AJ shit, you know, him popping up and talking, I ain't really buying it for the simple fact that we already got Tyson Fury versus Wilder 1 is a draw, you know, and why the fuck would we want to even play with that AJ bullshit when we need to see who the real winner is. I got my own opinion, and it don't matter who I think won, but fuck all that AJ coming down to America now, because that nigga was down here when they fought too, but then he wanted to show up Sunday talking some other shit. So as far as I'm concerned, fuck AJ. Well, I'll be happier when you leave America, and I'm ready for that Tyson Fury Wilder too. That's all I got, and everybody liked the video. I'm out.
But Jed, thanks for calling. He said that I'll be happy when he leave America. Y'all so mean. Why y'all so mean to that man?
They get it from you?
They don't get it from me. That ain't how I feel. I just want my mans to make the fight, B. Want to make the fight. Like, listen, I just don't understand why is this like this double standard. When Floyd sent that $40 million flat fee, the world cried for Pacquiao. Pacquiao ain't had to say nothing because the world said that Floyd was treating him bad. So, like, the world should cry for everybody. We need to be equal.
Even though Stephen Espinoza and Al Hammond were backing that offer, I just think the world wasn't quite sure that Deontay Wilder's offer was legitimate, even though Espinoza and people came out and said, hey, it is, we backed it. And Floyd has that.
But that's not even what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is Floyd offering Pacquiao a flat fee and the world being upset at that. So I'm saying, you know, there was some that he didn't take it, or that he was offering him a flat fee.
The fact that he offered him
the fact that he offered a flat fee in a super fight when everyone knew there was so much more upside to make, and hence, in retrospect, look how much money they made and how many pay-per-views they sold.
And again, it's not in comparison to the 50 million offers, the 15 million offers to Wilder that we're comparing it to for the B side in the super fight. Usually a super fight is not flat fees. You get a percentage split, and usually there's a negotiation about location, network, especially when there's a network difference, just like in this fight. You have to negotiate that.
Listen, the truth is, by AJ saying no, I got a venue, I got a date, I got the broadcaster. It's an issue because what if Showtime is willing to pay them more? Like, that's just not how you do business, you know. But let's get out to some callers. We got Anthony in Cincinnati. What up? What up? What up?
What up, Anthony?
What's good? Hold on. What's popping? What's popping? I hopped on a little late during the Canelo argument. My man's Danny. He ain't put
Hot
Canelo
Swift.
in.
Emotional. Why you emotional? Why you emotional?
Bitch, you emotional? Yeah. Nah, you can't put no Canelo in no top 5 at super middleweight, bro. He
Top
ain't
3.
even the best middleweight.
How about that?
So he,
Top 3?
Nah, bro. Top 3 at what? Middleweight?
Super.
Him and Caleb Plant, they're the number 1, number 2.
Man, look, it's a reason Canelo going to fight Rocky Fielding, because he ain't got enough to do nothing with the real top 5. That's
Stop
why.
it.
Ain't no
Stop
secret. Ain't nothing
Stop
about
it. The only champ at 168 that give him issues is Callum Smith. That's the only champ at 168 that give him issues.
What about David?
He ain't no champ.
Hey, Danny,
the champ,
you
champ of recess.
Don't say he gonna give him trouble. Don't say he gonna give him trouble. Say he gonna knock his ass the fuck out. Gilberto Ramirez might dance around Canelo for a few rounds, but he ain't
And then
good
get
enough.
knocked
Like, I
out.
never
And then
thought
get
Canelo
knocked
was
out. Stop it.
About who? Nah, anyway.
Man, I ain't even gonna answer
But
that.
yeah, that's what he do. Like, that's his track record. He go take the softest touch he can possibly find and say he fight the best, bro. And I guarantee you, like I've been saying before, he ain't gonna fight no Danny Jacobs next after this fight. He ain't gonna fight no Andre. He ain't gonna fight no Charlo. He gonna fight motherfucking
David Lemieux.
He gonna fight his mandatory, but he is gonna fight Jacobs.
Nah,
he is gonna fight Andre. Maybe not next, but he gonna fight
Bro,
him.
he ain't gonna fight him. How much you want to bet? Not this year, not next year, not the year after. He on some AJ shit, maybe 2023.
Yo, that's funny as hell that you bring that up. I'm glad you brought that up, yo. I'm glad you brought that up because me and Swift was talking about that shit off air, and I'm like, yo, save it for the show. I was saying that Canelo ain't fought a slick black fighter since he got his ass kicked to Floyd. Now, yeah, it could be argued that he fought.
Yeah.
Who?
Laura.
Man, get the fuck out of here.
Laura not black.
He's not the typical black fighter.
Laura
Like
is not black.
the typical American black fighter.
You know what? I ain't even gonna laugh. I ain't even gonna lie because Laura is slick in his own way. But again, that was a tight fight, which ended in controversy, right? He never rematched him. He never rematched him. You know, he stays away from those guys. That's why I think it's going to be difficult for Charlo to get a shot, for Andre to get a shot.
Hell yeah. Real quick, put it like this. Until he fought Triple G, he ain't fought nobody, a real threat, a legit fighter
you
that
bugging.
can compete for 4 fucking years. For 4 years, bro.
For 4 years.
Fight in a 4 years.
For 4 years.
Since he
All right,
so-called beat
hold on.
We're going to check it out. I don't
For
know.
4
I gotta
years.
check that
He
box
fought,
set.
check it out. He fought Floyd in 13, right? Was it not 13?
I don't know. You got box record.
But look though, I'll tell you right now. So you mean to tell me that Miguel Cotto is not a threat?
Nah, that's threat.
Crickets. Okay.
No, it's crickets because his time is up. What you want him to answer you after the bell? He was already punching after the bell. You want him to answer too? We going out to John Wolf in Louisiana. Talk to me.
To me, if Canelo's going to fight at middleweight, and I need him to fight Charlo, and he really got another fight with Triple G to fight, in my opinion. But I don't like how Canelo keeps people waiting. Like he waited forever to fight Triple G. He waited till he saw a little bit of a drop in the performance of Triple G before he did that. I guess he can wait till somebody at least compete with Charlo to fight him. And as far as AJ is getting nervous now because right now he can choose between Wilder and Fury. If Wilder and Fury fight each other, and what happened at the end of the first fight happens early in the second fight, he's not going to have a choice. Wilder's going to be the only one fighting the fight, and that's why he's getting nervous and trying to act like he wants to make the fight now. That's my call.
John, thanks for calling in Louisiana. You know what? He's got a point. Yo, Team AJ knows if Wilder Fury gets a rematch, because of the way this fight ended, the controversy, the knockdown, the Undertaker, Jack Reese has done dozens of interviews, right? We have to assume, and I don't know how legitimate it is. I mean, Matt, you're the millennial, you and Ron, you deal with that more, but are these 10 million streams legit? That rumor of 10 million illegal streams for this fight?
When the reporting I saw, it looked fine. Like it looked legit enough, I should say. On top of that, I mean, we found a HD illegal stream within seconds in our Airbnb.
90 seconds.
Little old me, if I can do it in 3 seconds and find an HD quality stream, trust me, people are finding more streams.
I got a family friend. I got a family friend that's about 73, 74 years old. He said he found an illegal stream, multiple actually, on Showtime and BT Sport. He said that no buffering, nothing. It worked perfect the entire time. So I mean,
that
I believe
sucks,
it.
man.
I mean, these streams are like not hard to find nowadays, but this shit is like fucking accessible to like each and everybody if you have like a particular like website.
And this is how you know it.
That is
It
so
does.
sad, bro. That is
This
so
is how you know
sad.
it does really
But listen,
good.
we're getting away from the topic. Ron, I'll let you guys go.
So we're gonna add very quickly. I talked a little bit to the homie at the Aficionados podcast, former HBO exec. I forget his name. I apologize. He said that the amount, like how expensive it is to really cut down on piracy, makes it where really only the big cards have that effect. Like the Mayweather cards, you're gonna see them crack down on links and illegal streams.
But let me say this really quick. The thing is, when you go to Twitter, because I always check, you type in Wilder Fury, and they had a Periscope just going live. Like all you had to do is type Wilder Fury, and there was live Periscopes that
Bro, you can go to
see.
reddit.com and that shit it'd be fucking thick.
And this is how you know. And this is how you know it had a lot of illegal streams, because if it has 300,000, which is a successful sale, but think about how many people knew the fight. It wasn't 300,000 people. It was like a lot of people knew.
Everybody and their mama was talking about the damn fight.
That's what I'm saying, because I want to get back to the main point that the caller made and sparked in my mind. It's like AJ should get in front of this. How do you do that? Is by making a legitimate offer that Wilder can't refuse, because if Wilder has a successful rematch, it's gonna do better numbers. The interest is there now. It's like I said, the Undertaker thing is there, Fury getting up, Fury going down. You know, you got the viral clip now. You don't want these two men to have another 3-4 city press tour, do this shit again, eclipse you again. I'm just saying, bro. It's and let me tell you, Wilder sells over 500, Matt. The fight happens in the US now. There's no need for him to go to the UK.
Agree on that. Also, we went into this fight thinking that Tyson Fury, at least a majority of us in the US, not talking about the UK fandom, the US fandom, thought Tyson Fury was coming in here as a showcase. He was coming in here as fresh meat, coming off a very bad comeback last two fights. And we thought Wilder was going to knock him out relatively early, I should say. 7 rounds, 8 rounds seemed to be the consensus. Going into the rematch, it's 180-degree difference.
Wilder's not even the favorite in the rematch. The betting odds are out, and he's already a minus 100. Fury's a minus 100.
Exactly.
Matt,
so
real quick.
The rematch is now perceived as a legit 50-50 world-level, high-level fight that could determine the number one heavyweight in the world. That matters in the U.S.
Matt, real quick. Do you know if they're doing anything in particular to combat these pirate websites?
What you have to do is you have to have a team of people, like a sort of agency, do it, and you have to manually
put the
check
request
these websites. You have to manually shut them down. So you need a team of people on computers 24/7 on fight day checking for streams. That costs a lot of money. That's why you don't see it often.
Yo, the draw is less money than the first time. They don't want Ness to hit that draw again. It's only 3,100.
Draw for who?
Wilder Fury 2.
Oh, okay.
And Wilder is a plus 108. Fury is a minus 102.
What is Wilder?
Not yet. There's no props, none of that yet. It's just very, because it's not even, that fight's not even official yet. That's what I'm saying. AJ's dropping the ball. He needs to make a good offer and get this shit going. Let's get back to these callers. We got a new caller, 682-206. 682-206. Who's this? First time caller?
This is Rod 870, man.
Oh, what up, Rod 870, baby?
From Texas.
Every time you call in, be like, man, first time caller.
You know what? I just figured out how to save, so I think we might have this rocking now from now on. Maybe, maybe not.
Back in my day, we saved shit on paper and pencil.
We sure did.
No, I wanted to speak on that Wilder, not Fury, but Wilder AJ situation. I agree with you, Ness. Everything you said during your rant, I 100% agree. I'm happy you did it because I was at work today listening to that shit, and I wanted to say the same thing.
Even about the jury?
The situation with Wilder. No, Wilder, AJ, watching AJ today on ESPN. I wanted to say the same thing that Ness was saying during his rant earlier in the call. So a perfect situation for Wilder to me would be for Wilder to go ahead and fight the AJ fight. It's obvious they already got a date set in the location. What Wilder can do is go to them and say, hey, give me $25 million up front, give me a percentage of the pay-per-view buys, and then I want a percentage of whatever TV outlet we use in the US, so he can make $25-30 million.
They're gonna start laughing at your ass.
Taylor.
They're gonna start laughing at Wilder ass. Boy, get the fuck out of here.
No, AJ is tailor-made for Wilder. If they want that fight, they will give them that, because you're going to make that over there. You're going to make that. They offered them 15, bullshitting them. You don't think they could go $5 million more, and then with a percentage, maybe another $5 million, give them 25 for that fight? Come on, man. That's easy.
I don't think they have that kind of money over there in the UK.
If he go and he fight AJ, and he whoop AJ ass, which he will do because AJ is tailor-made for him. I've seen guys like Parker hurt AJ with a straight overhand. Easy. Wilder's going to knock him out. That Fury fight will be so much bigger next fall. That Fury fight will have 4 or 5 belts on the line, and that fight will easily do $1 million buys in the U.S., guaranteed, just like a Triple G Canelo fight. If he fight the Fury fight, it's still going to be huge. I think they'll do 500,000 or 600,000 if he fight him immediately. But if he fight AJ and knock him out in great fashion, AJ's not going to ask for that immediate rematch. He could go ahead and fight Fury, and then he still got AJ too. That's 3 fights. That's 3 fights that will set Wilder up for life. He wouldn't have to fight again after those 3 fights. But I think if they can come with a $20 to $25 million offer, I would go to the UK and knock AJ ass out because he's tailor-made for Wilder. Fury is a tougher fight, but he still a beat Fury. But AJ is tailor-made for him. He'll knock AJ out in 5, guaranteed. That's my call.
You said Rod 702?
Rod 870. Rod 870.
870.
Pine Bluff, Arkansas. The Bluff.
Yes, stand up, baby.
Bluff, they call it down here in Arkansas.
The Bluff.
Crime Bluff. Yep.
You already know, man. You already know.
Well, thanks for calling.
But I'm in.
Oh, shit. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm in Texas, man, working with you got out of college, got a job with G, and now I'm down here in Texas. So I'm enjoying Texas, but I still rep my hometown, Pine Bluff.
Goddamn right, man. That shit don't never leave us.
Yep.
Thanks for calling in, brother.
Exactly.
So he said Pine Bluff. Why is it that I hear everything other than the right thing?
Because you ain't from the South.
All right.
And you have like dyslexia of the ears.
You guys are very mean. It's Christmas season. We are in December. Let's go out to our boomeranger in Bermuda, Oliver.
I just want to respond to that last caller and simply put, fuck AJ. They didn't want to give him any business prior to that, so they don't need him at this juncture. Let him build his own. Let him build his own base. I really think that if they do it quickly, what I would like for them to do is to set the fight on the same date of AJ's next fight here in the States. And they'll still do at least 500,000 buys. And that'll illustrate real clearly that he could possibly turn into the A side. I understand they have a ton of people that show up, but at the end of the day, it's what you take home. And so fuck AJ, do the fight on the same day that they're doing theirs in the US, in Las Vegas, get 500,000 plus buys. And yeah, fuck them, because he tried to do the fight. He took a fixed payment fight. He took a low ball offer. And even on the interview with IFL TV, Eddie Hearns came out and said that if they would have did the fight, they probably still wouldn't have stripped him. All right. And so now AJ's coming down to the States trying to do interviews. I remember before that, Eddie Hearn was outside, asking everybody, do you know Deontay Wilder? All of this dumb shit. And everyone's forgetting how they were talking about doing the White Chisora fight prior to Wilder and Fury fighting, and how Eddie Hearn didn't even think that the fight was going to go happen. So fuck them. But one thing I have to say, kudos to the Wilder team, because all the AJ fanboys, they used to talk about how Wilder didn't have what it takes to fight him. They gave all these excuses about numbers and money and everything else on why the fight shouldn't happen. And now they're saying they want the fight. So I'm happy to hear that shit. And so kudos to the Wilder team. Fuck AJ. fight Fury, knock his ass out, do it on the same date in the States, and, you know, fuck him. Thank you. That's my call.
Everybody always hating on fucking AJ, bro. God damn.
Matt, since you ain't
no one hating on AJ.
Oh shit.
Yo,
Hey man, you gotta be nice to fucking Santa Claus.
Yeah, no one's hating on AJ. Hold on. He tried to do the fight for a fixed fucking fee, a unified championship bout that we haven't had in the heavyweight division since Lennox Lewis. And he was willing to take it. He was willing to go all the way to the UK. He bent over backwards and met every bullshit man, like all their bullshit. He met it and he was willing to do it. And they didn't want to give them the fight. So what do you mean I'm hating on AJ? I'm a boxing fan. I want to see the fight. And now they're talking about they want to do something because Deontay Wilder's making a noise on his own. So ain't no one hating on AJ.
But
no one's hating on him.
Ain't that the fight you want though? AJ and Wilder?
No, I want to see this. I want to see a conclusion. The biggest difference with Wilder, the biggest difference with Wilder is that the Fury fight is still exciting. AJ was trying to take, you know, the winner of Chisora White or Usyk or whomever else outside of Wilder. His best fight was Wilder. But here, Wilder has both AJ and Tyson Fury, or Tyson Fury has the both of them. So the difference is we're still getting one good fight after another one. So fuck AJ. No one's hating on him.
Okay. Great call, homie.
Yes, Oliver Boomeranger, thanks for calling in. Someone cue that X-Files. Fucking suckety sucker friends like I had. Been asking them to send me the X-Files in the back for a long time.
Any of you radio personalities think you want smoke? Call me Mr. Chimney. I want smoke.
A long time for Ness is a minute and a half, by the way.
I'm trying to tell you.
With that Wilder right hand right now,
Do
dog.
you have any topics for flagship?
Yo,
He has somebody home. He has somebody that doesn't have the soundbite.
No, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Nez goes to pick me up from the fucking train station. Right, I'm coming back from the press conference. I told him I'll keep an eye out. My phone's about to die. I had to piss. I'm literally at the urinal in the train station, hearing an obnoxious motherfucker just blowing their horn for literally about 45 seconds nonstop. Guess who it was? Mr. Nestor Gibbs.
The Don Vito said.
Yo, I'm not out here trying to wait for you, B. He said he was gonna be ready, Matt. Why he ain't out there?
Yo, you should have left him.
It crossed my mind, but I knew I was gonna end up having to come back and get him anyways. I'm like, fuck.
And Danny would have like thrown down with you too. Like Danny would have actually had a fight with you if you had left him. Let's be honest.
He'd been fighting by himself. It was cold as hell out there. He'd have been fighting all alone. But cue the fucking soundbite. Where you at, man?
It's not me. It's Ron.
Fucking Ron hating on my theory and shit.
Calm down.
Don't send it. Play it. Just play
It's
it.
the holiday season, man. Be joyful. Calm down. Good God.
Play it already.
Dropped it
Why
out.
you
My
ain't playing yet?
soundboard, trying to get this to you.
Fucking soundboard crashing all when you need it. So I was gonna say if I had the sound bite, it was gonna come in like that's not it. That sounds like we're about to go to war with the fucking Romans and shit.
Ron got it.
Hey, no, do your X-Files sound again.
That wasn't X-Files. It says
No,
Epic
not
Fire.
you. But that's what's trying to do it. I would.
No, you want to hear my X-Files? No, so the point is, yo, listen, we talking all this AJ shit. No, this is real shit right here. We talking all this AJ shit and Wilder, yada, yada, yada. Bro, what if under our nose, this is going to be an ITV pay-per-view? What if the rematch is happening in the UK? We did hear Frank Warren say that he wants to do it on the same date. We already heard them say they want to do it in old. I don't even want to keep messing it up. But
Tyson Fury is a BT sports fighter.
What the fuck is you got on?
Yeah.
Yo, I just seen that. When the hell you did that?
About 30 minutes ago. Fury is a BT sports fighter, so I don't think that we'll see him on ITV.
Are you off your tits? Have you been smoking
That's not to
something?
the point that Mike made. It's only to the outfit Mike has. I agree with Mike's point. Yeah, I think, first off, the first fight was a BT pay-per-view. I would perceive that Frank Warren would not allow his biggest fighter and probably the biggest pay-per-view that he can make to go over to ITV and not have his network make some money off of it in a sense. So I think the rematch would still be BT regardless of PBC's deal with ITV.
I wonder what the UK listeners think about that little bit right there. Maybe they know more than us. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, they got this new ITV deal. I see all the UK fans really excited about it. Can they slip in a Wilder Fury rematch out there?
Theoretically, yes. Theoretically, it's a possibility.
How huge would it be if you do it over there? They're still going to sell it to us, but you do it over there.
What do you mean? Oh, have the fight in the UK?
Yes.
Well, here's the thing. I think if the fight's in the UK, regardless if it's an ITV pay-per-view or a BT Sports pay-per-view, it's still a massive sporting moment over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, is there really a significant jump in buy rate because of ITV? I'm not educated enough on the difference between BT and ITV, so hopefully,
according to the caller we had yesterday, he said that ITV is huge, that is bigger than Sky Sports, that ITV is like where I think he said Hamed used to fight and like Nigel Benn used to fight. Basically, it's their version of Fox, like free TV.
Or CBS or NBC or ABC. It's one of those free to air channels on linear TV. Again, I don't know if that's going to make a drastic difference for pay-per-view buys. If this fight was on ITV, free-to-air TV, so to speak, not pay-per-view, of course that would be a massive difference. But for pay-per-view, ITV doesn't really have from what I know, a long history of pay-per-views under their brand. I know Eubank has fought under ITV events a couple times. WBSS had a few events with ITV as well. We never really heard back how well they did. Again, that's not pay-per-view. That's not Wilder Fury. But again, it's just a newer channel with fights in the recent years.
I see people in the chat saying it would make a difference. I see people saying the ITV is terrestrial channel. I see someone saying ITV boxing died in the 90s. Let's get to some callers. We got some good ones here too, so stick around. Really good lineup here on Skype. We're gonna start with Solomon.
Solomon.
Bring that heat, baby. Bring that fire.
Fire.
Bro, it's fucking late, man. So, hey, you, man, you got some callers out there. Some of you American guys, this shit you be talking is ridiculous, man. I don't know. The other night, I heard you, man, talking hella crud about these UK callers. Your UK Yanks, you men are salty, bro. They're hating on the UK fighters, hating on the UK callers. You got man, yeah, calling up. You sound like they're older than my granddad, calling at the UK callers with facts like he's rated down, waiting, boomeranging, coming back. Shit is ridiculous, man. Alright, I got that right now. So, what? Yeah. So now what? Your guy, he wants this Fury fight, yeah. If he takes the Fury fight, your man's never gonna be unified. That's a fact. Fury's gonna take that belt. That's it. I don't know how you think your man's gonna beat Fury in a rematch. And the fact that you guys want the rematch.
Do you not want the rematch?
I'd rather see him against AJ. I don't know. That's like, do you not want to see Dillian White and AJ?
But him being Wilder, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like Fury and Wilder and AJ and Dillian White. Like, I need to see AJ.
What AJ doesn't fucking have shit to do with us. We are over here in America. We care about Fury and Wilder rematch. They don't give a fuck about AJ.
That's what I'm saying. You guys are calling us man sheep. You man, I don't understand it, bro. I thought your man wanted to be you.
Because we take care of unfinished fucking business. We don't move to the next shit.
Stop it. Wait, Mike, hold it. Chill, bro. You man are sensitive about this subject. I'm noticing all of you man, this bear man that's tight. I know that they're ready to come for me. But what's your man fighting for? He must be fighting for bread or something. What's he fighting for, bro? He's not fighting for no belts. If he really wants the belts, why is he not taking AJ? Do you think your man can come over to England and just jump on TV when he wants?
Wait, hold on. caller, Solomon, very, very quickly. You said that Tyson Fury beat Wilder. That's your opinion, and yet you want AJ to fight the guy that lost. In your opinion,
Say that again. Sorry.
You said that Fury beat Wilder, but
and that he'll beat him again.
And that he'll beat him again. But you want AJ to fight Wilder, a guy that you are discrediting. Do you not see the double standard there? The hypocrisy.
The Fury and Wilder fight just came out of nowhere. Before this year, we had AJ and Wilder. Everyone knows we want to see AJ and Wilder. And because your man got a draw, he wants Fury again. But I don't know how you think your man's going to beat Fury yet. Fury was on like 60%. I don't know.
If Fury beats him, then why not fight him? If Fury is such a guaranteed favorite to beat Wilder, then why are we saying that Wilder shouldn't fight him if he's a underdog? The logic behind your point is just so illogical. It's so irrational. Again, I'll play a soundbite for you because it probably make more sense for you.
What are you? An idiot sandwich.
You're an idiot sandwich, man. Come on.
But you see that Virgil?
You're too kind looking for other words. Sheep are sheep.
You know that Virgil Hunter thing when he was whispering in the corner? Like, you're a beast. That felt like a Virgil Hunter moment.
Yo, why are you guys so mad?
All right. Let's go to Yo, it's about to start getting real hot. Javier, you there?
No. Ralphie didn't. Ralphie didn't have a year.
He want to rush. He want to rush.
No, he want to go after Ralphie.
He want to go after Rafi. They're trying to sandbag you, Rafi. Rafi in the UK, stand up.
What do you mean they want to go after me? Why don't they go first? Send him on first. Send him on first and then come back to me.
Hey, he don't want to go first. He sent you first.
Put him on first.
He wants
him on first. Put him on first.
I gotta start your bell. Somebody better talk.
Yeah.
All right, both of you out of here then. All right, so we're gonna go to the next man, and that man's name is a real man, a WBC champion, TBV zone champion.
Oh no, not Jose.
Jose.
Popping all this champagne, popping all this rosé, getting money like Jose, chain code Norway. Shorty wants that foreplay. I'm like, no way. Gotta rock it like Coldplay, killing it.
OJ, it's my shit right there, man.
Canadian Jose, stand up. What's going on? Oh boy.
Canadian Jose sleep.
Dropping the ball. He got the intro.
Come on, Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Yo, you guys hear me?
Now
yes, sir.
Still there?
Okay, beautiful. I had you know what? I had to call on Skype since you disabled the blog talk. So I had to call on Skype,
Doggy,
and then I had to turn on.
We've been rocking for 3 hours. This is basically overtime.
Almost 3.5.
I even forgot this was flagship because you guys put on so many shows. I forgot about Thursdays, man. That's how spoiled we are, man. And like I told you last time, man, I'm going to upgrade my shit. Come January 1st, I'm going to be back to Boomerang, man. Now that you brought back Matt, kicked out that UK bomb, I like this, man. It's nice. Now it's worth spending money again. Anyway, AJ is a thing of the past, man. It doesn't matter anymore, man. Because of Wilder and Fury, Fury is a much better talker. And Fury's going to sell that show here. Well, I say here, but in the States, he's going to sell it much better than AJ ever could, man. So he's fucked. He's done. I heard people actually talking today about how amazing Wilder was on the Joe Rogan show. These are sport fans. These are people that actually heard Rogan and Wilder chatting, and they were big up in Wilder, saying how humble he was and how amazing his story was. He does have a great story, and you guys know that Americans love the underdogs. They love those like rags to riches stories, right? So he's only going to get bigger, better, and he's going to get more exposure. And I agree, man. I think Wilder is going to be the A side when it comes to him fighting Joshua, because Joshua's got no way of bigging up his name. Who is he going to fight? He's going to fight a guy in Ortiz that Wilder's already beat up, or he could fight Big Baby, who I think is a real challenge and will beat him. But the reality is Big Baby's fought nobody. So there's no way he can throw any more shine on his name. So now he's just got to wait, and he's going to be the B-side in that fight. Because if Tyson Fury wins, Tyson Fury is going to ask for 50-50 money too, right? So that's where he fucked himself over. And now to one topic that I didn't get to talk about yet, it was HBO, man. The demise of HBO. In my opinion, you guys can say streaming, this, that, the other. What killed HBO was Mayweather leaving. I think that's as simple as it is, man. If you don't see that, then you're not looking at the numbers. If you look at all the major pay-per-views buys that happened in the last years, it was Mayweather. And Mayweather left, and I said the other day, I didn't get to explain, because of that asshole Larry Merchant. Because he was just like a hater, a racist pig who didn't like Mayweather at all and had to hate on him and shit on him. You don't shit on the star, man. And Mayweather left HBO because they didn't respect him. And that's the truth, man. No one wants to call out the old man for what he did. So Larry,
Jose,
you're a piece of shit, and you took HBO. Fuck you, Larry.
Canadian Jose, real quick. I got to give credit where the credit is due. Me and Ron had about an hour conversation earlier, and he brought up that exact point that HBO demise first started with Floyd Mayweather and the whole Larry Merchant thing, and also Ron said he knew it was over when they lost Top Rank. When they lost Top Rank, they lost fucking Bud, lost Loma, they lost everybody.
Yeah,
so shout out my guy Ron.
I mean, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they would have lost, because one would have said that when they lost Canelo before they lost, that. And remember, they lost Pacquiao at one time, and Pacquiao went back. They lost Pacquiao with Top Rank. Even Top Rank went to Showtime. Canelo and Golden Boy went to Showtime. Then they both went back. So, when one thinks you lose, you actually, may not necessarily lose. But on Skype, let's see. We have Aaron. Talk to me.
You can't win.
Aaron, going once. JJ Wolf, talk to me. JJ Wolf. I wonder if these people
just let me in, bro.
I wonder if these people know their screen names.
No, Javi, you're not allowed.
Go ahead, Javier.
Oh shit, you let me in now? All right, Ness, you been on that bullshit today, bro. I don't know what's going on. Hey, anyways, y'all niggas both guarded my first call. Y'all niggas doing me greasy over there. I ain't know y'all was acting like that.
Shut your ass up, man.
Y'all, nigga, you took my call, and then nigga gonna cut me off. Y'all cold niggas over there, I swear. I don't know what the fuck Solomon talk about. That nigga sound like a porn narrator.
Emotional. Why you emotional? Why you emotional?
The sound bites.
Bitch, you emotional?
Man, go to sleep, man. Just like that slept. Anyways, hey, you doing that shit again. The UK callers getting all this extra time. You cutting us American people off quick. Nigga, you cold.
You ain't even American. You from the South.
What, nigga? What? Danny, is you bored or something, nigga? What's going on? You good?
You good?
Oh, these niggas playing. All right. Like I said, nigga, Jesse finna get the. Oh my God, nigga, y'all playing. All right, but
yo, that ain't me. Yeah, I respect it.
That's fucking illegal.
See what I mean? A nigga just trying to live his life. Niggas over here playing. It's cool though. Like I was saying,
So
y'all ain't even let me finish my last call. Jesse by knockout in about the 6th round. He done. It's over with. I mean, yeah, it's done. Gilberto done. We're gonna get a little trilogy. Gilberto gonna get knocked out again. Hey, Ness, you was talking about that fight where you said, dude, he shouldn't have ended the fight when Jesse was fighting. He should have ended that shit because the ref told that motherfucker get up like 3 times. This nigga's laid on his knees. So, I mean, what you mean? What you want him to do in that fight? You don't remember?
I remember, but I don't remember the way you saying it.
He told that nigga get up like 3 times. I remember. I was watching the fight on FS1. That shit was on FS1.
You had plenty of time to go watch it today, so it could be really fresh. You didn't do that.
I don't need to, nigga, because I watched it live. Nigga, I know what's popping. Don't play with me. Okay. Y'all niggas greasy out here. It's cool, bro. Let
Yo,
these
is time up? It's time up.
What the fuck was that?
Yo, what's up with Daniel?
Hey, bro, Danny want to swallow. What's going on, bro? What's going on over there? That nigga mad. Canelo must kicked you out the press conference or something, bro. What's popping? What happened?
Nah, that caller said that Ramirez is better than Canelo. That shit fucked this whole night up.
Whole night, whole weekend.
Fuck Canelo,
I'm
nigga.
great. I'm great. I don't know
Like,
what y'all talking
and they say, you know, he's scared of the black man. You know, Canelo's scared of the goddamn Mandingo Warriors. He's scared of it.
He beat Kirkland up.
Man, fuck that nigga. Kirkland ain't Floyd.
You
Kirkland
said
Charlo.
Mandingo Warriors. Kirkland specifically is a Mandingo Warrior. That was his nickname.
Hey, he don't count. He don't count. We took that
Yo,
name.
as y'all talking about Mandingo, Kanye West just tweeted about Mandingo.
Hell, shit. Hey, but tell him fight Charlo. Shit, tell him fight either one of them. He losing to either one of the Charlos. Shit, Canelo was popping. He know what's up.
Okay.
Yeah, shit, tell Canelo fight Jesse Hart. He losing to him too, nigga. What fuck you talking about?
All right,
Javier, let me get to JJ Wolf. We're gonna try you one more time. Are you there? Going once. JJ Wolf. Going once. All right. So that means we're getting to Rafi. Talk to me.
Yes. Greetings. One and
Get rid of the phone.
who the fuck's that?
I don't know. That's actually. Hold on a minute, Rafi.
Ralphie's a G.
Yo, JJ Wolf, come on, brother. You gonna talk because we went to you twice. Are you ready? You can unmute yourself again. Are you gonna talk or no? Just yeah. All right, there he goes.
I already called the phone number. John from Louisiana.
Oh, John in Louisiana. What up? What up? So you just listening?
Yeah.
All right, John. No problem. No problem. John just listening. Okay, Rafi, take it away.
What the fuck is going on? First and foremost, greetings to all of my USA sheep. Seems like you're fucking hurting over there, bro. I don't know what's going on. Man's coming on talking all fucking delirious and shit. Anyway, cut to the chase. Wilder could have saved himself all this trouble if he'd have just took the flat fee and made more money fighting AJ. Instead, he does what he normally does and goes for a cherry pick.
Instead, he didn't take a fucking slave contract.
Hey, yo, they talking about this slave contract.
To this day. Unfortunately, the slave contract where he's going to get paid more than he got paid he's going to get paid more than he got paid fighting Fury. How was that?
So why the fuck AJ ain't take the 50 million? He would have made more than anybody else.
Don't try no switch and bait with me, my friend. Don't try no switch and bait. Don't try no switch and bait.
Bullshit contract, a real contract.
Don't try no switch and bait. Wilder, if you'd have took the flat fee, would have made more money fighting AJ.
400 years, ain't none of that bullshit.
One talker at a time. One talker at a time. If Wilder had took the flat fee, you'd have made more money fighting AJ on a flat fee, so-called slave contract, than he made fighting Fury.
Slave contract.
Let that sink
slave
in.
Contract.
Let that sink in.
Slave contract. And when you want to talk, raise your hand. When you want to talk, raise your hand. Slave contract. We ain't taking that shit.
If he'd have took the slave contract, he'd have got more money than he got fighting Fury. How the fuck is that a slave contract?
Okay, if
hold on. Let me jump in here.
Hold on.
Canelo, you had your turn. You had your turn.
Listen, you want to talk about he would have got more. Floyd offered Pac-Man a flat fee contract for 40 million 5 years before they fought. He didn't accept that slave contract, and he ended up making like 200 million. So why the fuck
so I see
accepting slave contract?
So I see the plan now. I see the plan now. So what do you say, 5 years? So Wilder.
No, the plan is don't send no bullshit. Out. That's the fucking plan. Don't send no bullshit.
Wilder's gonna store this shit for 5 years. Is that what you're telling me?
Ralph,
not gonna take.
Hold on, Canelo Swift. Hold on, Canelo.
Store this out for 5 years. Is that what you're telling me?
Ralph.
You know, slave contract. What the fuck?
You're telling me that what you told me that Wilder is gonna stall the shit out for 5 years, bro.
No, I'm telling you that Wilder's not taking the bullshit contract, just like Manny ain't taking no bullshit contract and ended up getting the real money he deserved. Wilder gonna get
Nah,
his.
this-
If he fight Joshua,
this-
he getting his.
We're
You
gonna
hear
have
me?
to stop this stalling shit, bro. Fury was a cherry pick gone wrong. Now, Wilder is put in a position where he has to fight the man again to redeem his name. The whole world saw the fight. The whole world marked Wilder as the loser
Ralphie.
and Fury as the winner.
Ralphie, let me jump in here.
Fury, one second, my friend. Fury was
You gotta
a
raise your
cherry
hand.
pick.
You gotta raise your hand before you
Hold
talk.
up, hold up, hold up. Fury was a cherry pick gone wrong. Talk up, Matt.
Let's get away from the slave contract terminology because you get hung up on that. And I think that's regardless of the point. You mentioned Tyson Fury as a cherry pick. We all thought he was a cherry pick before the fight. And Deontay Wilder's making somewhere around probably 10, 12 million for that cherry pick. When he was supposed to make 15 million.
Made 15, 17.
Let me finish the point, Ralph. Let me finish the point, and I'll let you jump in and rebuttal. He would have made only a marginal difference more for a undisputed championship fight. Marginally more. When Joseph Parker didn't get flat. When Joseph Parker, same situation, had one belt for a unification, even though it wasn't for the full undisputed championship. Got 33%. Wilder's not deserving more than that, really? Or at least he's not deserving of that offer, at least?
Is it my turn?
Yes.
You say marginal.
Marginal.
5 mil. You say marginal. 5 mil. You got 5 mil more. That's a good margin. I'm not finished. On top of that margin, we're talking about 3 fucking belts. So let's analyze what you perceive and regard as marginal. 5 million fucking more and 3 fucking world titles. That's a big fucking margin, my friend. Over to you.
I would heavily dispute that being marginal because, again, it's more around 12 million. So it's more around 3 million difference. On top of that, we must admit, you must admit,
to be fair to Rafi,
a more significant, bigger fight with a bigger overall purse and revenue than a Fury fight. And again, a 3 million difference is marginal when you're talking about potentially $100 million fight.
But Eddie did send over a new offer, and he said it was more than the original $15 million offer.
But we're only talking about the 15 million flat rate right now. We're only talking about that.
Correct. 15 million, 17 million. Take your pick which one you're going to go with. 5 million. The margin is $5 million.
The margin is 3 million. What the fuck don't you understand? 12 million.
No. He's going with the revised offer. He's going with the revised 17.5.
The revised offer. What the fuck do you not understand? The revised offer. 5 million more. Oh yeah.
It's still a slave contract, bro. It's a flat fee. It's a flat fee.
5 million.
It's a flat fee.
Million more.
It don't matter. It could be 10 million more. It's a flat fee.
Ralphie.
Flat fee.
Championship.
Why the
belts.
fuck Joshua ain't taking 50 million? Why Joshua ain't taking the 50 million? Why Joshua ain't take the 50 million?
Hold on. Canelo Swift. We all can't talk, and he is a caller. Let him get it off. You're gonna be here longer than him because you're just repeating yourself.
Thank you. Wait, man. 5 million more, and if he wins 3 extra world championship belts. That's a
4.
big
We count the fucking IBO over here.
Regardless of that, you have to admit, Ralphie, because of those additional belts, it should be more than a marginal difference in pay. On top of that, why is Joseph Parker getting a percentage split and Wilder not?
So you're telling me that a man saying, because I'm going to take your 3 world champ, effectively what you're saying is that Wilder was saying, hold on a second. Hold on, bro. I'm going to take 3 belts off you. So I want more money. No, you take the 3 belts and you become king.
No.
Take the 3 belts and you become king. You don't say, I'm not going to raise your land.
Ralphie. Ralphie, you do that when you're mandatory. Ralphie, you do that when you're mandatory, not when you're a fellow champion in a unification for the undisputed championship of the division.
Been champion longer too.
Come on, man. That's when you're a mandatory. You take the 25%. What are you talking about, fam? Even mandatories get a fucking percentage split. Wilder can't.
Well, I mean, look, he's not a boomerang or anything. Unless you want to go at him, I could bring him back on. I just don't want anyone. I don't want anyone, you know.
That's a standing 8 count for Ralphie. You can come back next show.
Okay, all right. So who do we got next? Ralphie, thanks for calling.
Javier's next.
For a third?
Javier's getting three times now. That's what
I thought the first
time.
I thought the first time we couldn't really make out his call, so we left him.
Hey, Javier, or if you want to give him more airtime.
No. Remember,
If you weren't talking through that little Santa Claus mask, you wouldn't be cutting them off. Come on, Javier.
Y'all niggas slick. Y'all niggas, see how y'all, you ain't welcome Ralphie like that, bro. I swear, this UK mess.
Bruh,
motherfucking UK
First
mess.
of all, I can't even believe you would come on saying that when I tried to let you come on after, but you want to be all,
Nigga, I said
you ignoring me. You ignoring me. You
So then you say,
yo,
cut
yo,
both
you
y'all
want me to
off.
screenshot your fucking text in here saying, "Oh, I've been
Don't do it to him, Ness.
for the last 10
Don't
minutes."
do it to him, Ness. He was crying.
He
Let
got little
Ralphie
crying
go. What I
emojis
said?
and
I said,
everything.
yeah, let Ralphie go.
You said that after Mike talked to you. Mike had to go in there a second time and like, nah, Javi,
First
check
off,
it out.
you ignored my message 10 minutes beforehand when I said, hey, let me on.
Exactly. You see?
You could have said it on then, nigga.
You wanted to get on early. I was trying to leave you specifically for last, but you scared of Ralphie. I see it. You want
nigga, ain't nobody scared
you just
of no
like
bitch ass
cannabis.
Ralphie, nigga.
You
What
just
the fuck
like
you talking
cannabis. You want to see Ralphie's verse and then come on after him.
Bro.
Hey man, don't call Ralphie no fucking bitch ass.
Damn, no
nigga, bro.
Canaverse.
Yeah, man, be respectful, man. Be respectful.
You talking
Be respectful, bro. Don't call Ralphie no bitch ass. Man. Come on, man.
Man, fuck that nigga. He talk shit. I'm gonna talk shit too.
Yo,
He
Ralphie
gonna
ain't
talk
call
this
you nothing out your name. Why you
No, he
got
did
to
not.
talk to
No,
Ralphie
he
like
did
that?
not.
Why you got to?
Nah, because that nigga said some shit before we came on. I don't want to hear.
Yeah, you just emotional. He came on with facts. He came on with his UK facts.
Man, bro. So y'all ain't just played 37
Well,
seconds.
nigga, speak your facts then, homie.
All right, well, here. Let's hear you say some boxing.
All right, let's talk then. Shit, we want to talk about motherfucking Anthony Joshua and Deontay, right? That's what Ralphie was talking about, right? That's what we were talking about?
Yeah, come on, fact man.
No, man, you ducking him.
I'm ducking, man.
Yo,
Fuck outta here.
he also rope-a-dope. He ain't said a fact yet.
We were talking about right, y'all, right? You're right. Yeah, nigga, right. Come on, motherfucker.
Yo, Javi has like 30 seconds left on his call.
He's got 50 ducks too.
Still hasn't said a goddamn thing about any of the fighting, any of the news.
Yo, I can't believe he blaming us. Go ahead. Yo, I'm gonna start it one more time, bro. Stop playing, Javier. Go ahead.
I bet. So he talking about motherfucking why Deontay ain't take the flat fee. Why the fuck he ain't take the revised offer? My nigga, like we giving you offers. We gave you this shit, and you telling us, oh, well, it gotta be in the UK. We ain't really having no discussions on what the fuck we finna do. It's really just, oh, you taking everything we give you, ain't no motherfucking leeway on what the fuck you want to do. I mean, this motherfucker Eddie will sit here and talk about goddamn, oh, well, you know, I really want to get the fight in with Big Baby first. I need to fight with Big Baby so we can get our US fucking market up. But then he'll come back and say he don't really need the US market because we got the UK. So, I mean, nigga, if you gonna just switch your facts every time, what the fuck is we talking to you for? I mean, like, I don't get it. I don't get what the fuck you want us to do. Like, now we got a rematch with Fury, and now you really want to talk about, well, you know, shit, we can work something out. We call and we want to make the fight. You ain't want to make the fight when we was goddamn chilling and we ain't have a big enough profile. We ain't have a biggest profile as you wanted. But now since we goddamn we popping, now you want to have all these talks. Nigga, we don't want to talk. We don't want to talk right now. We got a rematch that's probably gonna make more money than any fights you doing in the next 3 or 4 fights. So I'm just saying, like, I mean, nigga, don't tell me about no revised offer. That shit over with, bro. We did what we were supposed to do, right? We got our fucking money. We got the big fight. We got a fucking controversial fight that's everybody talking about. Shit, people don't even watch boxing talking to me about that shit. So, I mean, niggas in Alabama barely watch fucking boxing. I ain't heard shit about boxing in the last fucking, except for when Floyd and Pacquiao fought.
Preach.
Y'all niggas talking about the shit.
Preach.
That's all I'm saying. I mean, damn, nigga, y'all want facts, nigga. I'm bringing facts. Fuck you talking about, nigga. Don't play with me.
Preach.
What else y'all got? What else y'all want to talk about, nigga? Fuck you talking about. This ain't no fight.
Hey man. Now look here. A caller called in and said they think Gilberto would stop Hart. Does that put any kind of fear in your heart now?
Double down on that motherfucker Jesse Hart. Fuck you talking about? Double down.
Why us Americans think if we curse more, we made our point better?
So
that's the kind of shit we do.
No, that's what I do too, Javi. I'm with you. You know, I say a bunch of motherfucking curses.
Because
but I
think it put emphasis on our shit.
I'm
just I don't need to talk proper, nigga. Why the fuck I need to talk proper?
I'm just listening to you, and I just heard like mad fuck Wilder.
Hey, that's just how I talk. I was in the Navy too, bro.
He said mad fuck Wilder.
I was in the Navy, bro. We cuss a lot. Fuck you.
Oh yeah, he the military guy, so yeah, he get drunk and cuss a lot.
You're a seaman, huh? Okay.
Ooh, Danny taking shots.
What you want to do, Danny? If you don't get your goddamn sitting in the office and freeze ass out of here in the air.
Scored high enough to get there, bro.
What's up with that? Ain't really Ye's Twitter, right? Because it just say YE.
No, that's Ye's Twitter.
Why he doing that?
What he say?
Why he always do some weird shit, bro? Like I wish I was that popular to try and understand why you do weird shit. Like why would you tweet this right here?
Exact word,
bro.
So Drake, if anything happens to me or anyone from my family, you're the first suspect. So cut the tough talk.
Whoa. He's crazy.
Yo, you gotta
That's
go back
pussy.
like, from this morning. It's crazy.
Oh, they been going at it?
Nah,
they?
It's just Kanye.
Yeah, it's just Ye talking to the net alone, huh?
Yes.
Damn, man, he be wilding, bro. After I cut him off after he got lipo. I was done.
I cut him off after he said race was a choice. Yeah,
bro, he got lipo, bro. After he did that, and you know why I said? Because I was like, bro, now you being influenced by your wife and society, bro. Like, come on, man. We all get big and we gain and we lose. Like he just was like, fuck it, I'm getting that lipo. Like
if you think Kanye West the only male in Hollywood to have lipo, boy,
I ain't never say I think
mistaken.
that, Mike. I ain't never say I think that, but he the only dumbass male to come out and say it.
Quickly, Kanye has tweeted 3 times every minute for the last few hours.
The retweet.
I wish he was tweeting boxing, little dummy. Over here tweeting fucking dumb shit. You need to be tweeting about Wilder Fury.
It's at least 100.
He need to be tweeting. He need to be
tweeting about Gilberto versus Canelo next.
He need to be tweeting about how the boxing boys just went 4 hours, giving y'all the best fucking show in boxing. You hear me?
True. Y'all gonna have a good day tomorrow on their way to work.
I was like 3 hours and like 15 minutes though. You know.
I need to come watch this episode though, because Mike is wearing a full-blown Santa Claus costume. I cannot.
Yeah, from here on out till Christmas over with. This is what y'all will see me in.
How about no?
Well, that's if you wake up.
Yo,
that's if you wake up.
Don't hate on Mike.
I'm here every day.
Mike is here every morning at 9 a.m.
And I do shows with Danny at fucking midnight. So hey, I'm always fucking available too.
Bro,
I just hope that your Santa Claus mask is not available.
Yeah,
whole like costume, bro. I got to like the fucking red shit and everything.
Nah, I'm fucking with you. Yo, man, but it was a great show. A lot of back and forth. I like the discussions. Good energy on behalf of a bunch of callers.
And Mauricio, quit ducking, baby.
And shout out Gilberto Ramirez being better than Canelo, right? Let's be honest.
Yeah, shout out to Daniel bringing that energy. Oliver from Bermuda bringing the energy. Rafi brought the energy.
Shout out to Daniel catching overnight flights, hidden press conferences cross country. Shout out to that boy.
No sleep. But that's all for the love of Canelo, though. He wouldn't come across the country, not sleep, go straight to his flight was at 10 p.m. Vegas time, flies in 6 a.m. East Coast time. Press conference is 10 a.m. East Coast. So like, homeboy literally didn't sleep, but it's all for Canelo. That's why he got crazy. Like, yo, you really gonna say Gilberto's better and I just did all this traveling?
Your fight was 10 p.m. last night and you landed at 6 a.m.?
You got to think about the time difference, 3-hour time difference.
Yeah. But anyway, I am your host, Nestor Gibbs. Thank you for joining us. But don't forget, every single day we are live at 9 a.m. Remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Boxing Voice, and right here on our backup channel where we're streaming live as we combat this stupid copyright strike that we don't even know what we did, but whatever.
Javier, man. Javier said you can't be shouting out Ralphie. Javier said you can't be shouting out fucking Ralphie and not shouting out Javier. So shout out to Javier.
Javier said you can't shout out Ralphie and not shout out Javier.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is that
He
guy?
didn't bring no energy. All he said was a 30,000.
Who the fuck is that guy?
He said 30,000 curses, and then he said Wilder. And meanwhile, Ralphie was spitting fake facts. You know what I'm saying? But he presented them well. You know, he's like, yes. Fucking Wilder. $5 million difference. I can't even do his voice. I wish. Yo, anybody gonna give their social media or we out?
Well, follow me at centergross.com. No, but follow me at Gross1911 on Twitter. No, not even on Twitter. Gross1911 on IG and Gross2312 on Twitter.
Yo, your fake account is out here really promoting your real Twitter. Then I actually timed it out thinking it was like promoting spam, and that is really like you got a dude that's perpetrating you, but actually promoting you. Like, yo, you made it.
Shout out to him, man.
Shout out to that guy, definitely.
Yeah. Yo, usually trolls that, you know, like pretend to be you say like mean things. This guy's trying to build your profile.
Hey, your biggest haters are your biggest supporters in real life. Let's be honest.
Yo, that's dope.
But anyways, final thoughts. Canelo should get an easy win here against Rocky Fielding and still not be top 5 at super middleweight. A bunch of the A sides are going to pick up easy wins. Jesse Hart's going to get that revenge. And AJ's doing AJ things. He's going to piss off the Wilder fanboys, and he's going to be doing his thing, still making millions. And that's just the business of boxing, unfortunately. We live in it. We breathe it. We have to deal with it. I'm Matt, the Hipster Hunter. You can find me at Matt Hunter, MCR, all platforms. My other show, Mixed Combat Radio, on YouTube, iTunes, etc. Peace.
And then
Matt, IMO Sports. Shout out to IMO Sports. Check out his Canelo analysis on our channel. He said, Matt, bet Danny, and if Danny loses, he has to shave that mustache.
That's good. Maybe for a different bet because we got the $20 bet. But we can find
mustache.
Yo, Mario got to shave that mustache. Somebody need to do a bet with Mario. He got the fucking handlebar mustache.
No, he got the fucking guy from the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, the fucking Gangs of New York. That guy with the long curly mustache, whatever.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, I'm handlebars.
I would say my quick final thoughts. You can find me on Twitter on RonGFIQ. I'm going all A sides minus the Hart pick. I'm gonna go with my Hart. Pick Jesse Hart. But outside of that, you know, it was cool with all these crazy debates. But you got to remember, man, this whole Wilder and AJ thing. We once upon a time had that Mike Tyson and Michael Spinks fight. They had this big unification for everything. And I think Michael Spinks got more than 50%. Was it? I don't know. If not, it was close to it. Mike Tyson got 20 million, that was about, and Spinks got 13.5 million. Those are pretty close numbers, but those were different times. But let's just get these fights to go. That's it.
I am your worldwide host, Mr. Las Vegas, Mr. New York, Los Angeles, Dallas, Boston, Miami, Philly. You hear me? Everywhere. Chicago. I'm everywhere. Ringwalk Danny on Twitter and Instagram. The baddest man in the land.
You definitely need to change your shit to Canelo Swift. I propose that vote.
That shit
Canelo Swift.
That's weird, bro.
Canelo Swift, baby.
Or no, at top 5 super middleweight.
No, look. Well, Danny, I bring you the content from behind the scenes to in the ring and everywhere in between. You hear me?
Dominic Brazil. I mean Chris Areola.
What do you mean?
What? Mike's high, I guess.
I don't know, but I like Scant Ranks. Scant Ranks said, big homie, yo, he said big homie Santa Gross. Yo, we out, man. Thank you for joining us. It was a good show. Catch us here, like I said, every day. So subscribe to the channel. We're gonna be doing the betting show plus our morning show. Yeah, peace.